wanted to make sure that there are no bats in the cave. And then I was reminded, I don't know why, that reminded me of boobs, maybe the dual thing. It reminded me of Adrian Zmed in Bachelor Party, at the beginning of Bachelor Party, when he's taking pictures and the lady brings in her little kid and she's got bazookas, and he says to himself, man, if I was that kid, I would breastfeed until I was 17 or 18.
Well, hello, boys and girls.
Hi.
What a wonderful day it is today in our money-based economy. Well, sit back and relax and get ready for the guy who's about to ruin everything.
I'm puzzled. Are you really seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Wait, Jesus was a mushroom Roberts.
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society.
Welcome to Waning Interest.
Welcome to the Waning Interest podcast, number 10, Trace, October 22nd, 2022, the Babbling Dabbler, the smallest, and I'm talking smallest, click on the internet, the pinball brain, your favorite machine. It's like a diary or a book, but not as stale or, what's that word? Coherent. From a more mentally challenged Forrest Gump. Without my name being on a certain list. I know my name is on a list, but not that kind of list like Tom's, but whatever. Or I like to think of myself as Mikey, if Mikey and Mouth from the Goonies played a lot of bareback leapfrog, if I know what I'm saying. And 9 months later, hi. Anyway, who knows if you're new, but I got to get on the right page. This really sucks. I was preparing for a comeback, for this comeback. Oh, speaking of Adrian Zmed that I mentioned, right after I was checking for bats in the cave. Sound okay? Sound okay? Junkyard, fuck yeah. I actually had to change shirts at the last minute, at the last second, because I was all ready to go, and I went, wait, I'm wearing gray. It's putting the other ear thing over here because I don't like to wear both. It's distracting because it's gray. It looked like a slimy fucking, like somebody shot a load that was all, not to be racist, but black. Because, of course, this is black. So it'd be really weird. Or some kind of goo. Ooh, it represents oil. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, kind of. Fuck yeah. Bang. Slammed it home. Didn't even mean to. Oh, we're back. Hi. Anyway, Adrian Zmed, speaking of, which was cool, so cool, because that's like one of my favorite movie quotes of all time, scenes, little just moments in movie history, Bachelor Party right at the beginning. Boy, if I was that kid, I'd breastfeed until I was 17 or 18. But one of the WIPP synchronicities, I may have mentioned it on a WIPP previous, but it's been a long time. Years later, I don't know which one, when I was in LA for 17 years, I had two voiceover agents from 04 to 2012, and then 2012 to 2019, I had the second one before I split. Anyway, I can't remember which one. I think it was the first one. Anyway, in the green room at the agency to read for something, so it had to have been the first one, because by the other one, I did everything from home. Well, every once in a while, I went in there to Vox. But anyway, in the green room, and all of a sudden, there's fucking Adrian Zmed. Hey, dude. Hey, wow. Hey, can you dance for me? Do some little Dance Fever? He was one of the hosts of Dance Fever as well. And he was on TJ Hooker, which was mentioned in one of my favorite movies of all time, True Romance. TJ Hooker 2, they were saying that they were doing. Oh man, whoa, Captain Kirk. TJ, where the fuck did he come from? Michael Rappaport when he's doing the audition, which was a very, very good interpretation. Sound okay? Yeah, I guess so. You guys would be saying no. Thank you for being here, by the way. Whippage. Waning Interest Broadcast back. Oh, wait. Were there bats in the cave? Anyway, no. Doesn't matter. Just look down. Doesn't matter. Just look down and drink. Like at a bar. That's what this is. So I don't have to go to a bar and spend a whole bunch of money and listen to other douchebags and get interrupted. I just sit here and fucking do it for you. And I interrupt myself. Who? Where? Why? Is Gamora. So, what the fuck was I saying? Adrian Zmed. Yeah. Oh, True Romance. That scene where Michael Rappaport goes in to audition for the new T.J. Hooker in the movie. It's very, it's a great interpretation. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, wow, it seemed real to me. And then you see a bunch of other things in movies and TV shows where you see somebody auditioning for shit, and it's not a very, you don't know when you haven't done it. But then when you go and you actually do it, and sometimes it's different than others. Sometimes there is no, sometimes you are sitting somebody's just sitting behind a desk, or just you and that other person. Sometimes it's a room full of people. But that and done by Michael Rappaport and what's her name? The lady that played the maid on 2.5 Men, Conchita Ferrell. She plays the casting director. So fucking funny. If you've seen it, True Romance. Such a great fucking movie. Tony Scott. Yeah, and he's just so clueless. No, all right, you are, so you are, you've just robbed a place, and William Shatner is on the hood of your car as you're trying to drive away, and you gotta get him off. Go. Where the fuck did he come from? I don't know, he just appeared out of thin air. Well, don't just sit there. Shoot him. Thank you, Mr. Ritchie. You're a very fine actor. Thank you. Thank you. So that's exactly what it's so fucking funny. And then he gets the part. That's the funniest thing, because when you do, you walk out of there, sometimes you walk out going, what the fuck did I just do? Oh my God, I just embarrassed myself. There is no way I'm getting the gig. And boom, you get the gig. Which is why I try not to go in with too much confidence. I always went in going, I'm not going to get this. I'm not getting this. Okay, well, once in a while I would. I knew I was going to get the fighting kind. I knew I was going to get Professor's Daughter. I knew I was going to get Panopticon. I pretty much knew I was going to get Looking for Liana. All the little short films I did, the thesis films. But there were many other fucking gigs that I got where, what the fuck? Oh my God, I'm never doing this again. Why? Okay, you like making your ass out of yourself, but you're going for a gig, dude. What the fuck? Oh God, Jesus. 2 days later, you got the gig. What? Oh. And then you wonder why people have fucked up egos in that business. That's why I don't want to do that. I like to do it here in front of everybody, and it'll all be real. There's no script, but there are notes. Gotta have notes, right? What was I saying? Notes. So, Junkyard Dog, Mr. Beckham, nice one. That was my favorite. And when I was a kid in the 80s, growing up in this house, my bunk bed used to be right there. When it was the WWF, right? Because that's what it was first, right? And those guys, when they first started getting popular in the mid '80s, thanks to Rocky III with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, and then they had a fucking cartoon and all that stuff. Junkyard Dog, the black dude, he was my favorite. That was fucking funny as hell. Because the chain around his neck, gave me a weird heart on. It's puberty, man. Shit happens. Whatever. And he was just fucking funny because he was always quiet, and when he did say something, it was a bomb. It was a boom. He dropped bombs. Kind of like black guys do when they're in the toilet. Wow, they're bad. That sounds racist. No, I'm just kidding. Just the ones that I know. Jesus Christ. What did you eat, dude? Anyway, there's been a few. But then yeah. There was one dude that I used to work with. He was part Hispanic. Every time he would always, it seemed like he'd always shit in the afternoons. He was a sales guy, and it always smelled like a fucking rotten cigar. You always knew he was in there. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking. What's up, Holmes? You need to. It reminded me. It was the movie Richard Pryor, Some Kind of Hero. And that scene, my dad took me to see that movie in the theater. Look up what year that came out. That was not a movie I should have been seeing at that age. My dad was so cool. Anyway, there's a scene where he goes into the toilet and he's like, "Whoa, man, something crawled up inside you and died." It was like the first time it was hurt. People said it later on, but that was the origin. That's the OG. Richard Pryor. Yeah, it's probably said before that, but I don't think so in a movie. That was hilarious. Something crawled up you and died. Well, my dad took me to see that because he was in that movie. I think he was a Vietnam vet. So, man, my dad took me to see Rolling Thunder in the theater. Look that fucking movie up. Rolling Thunder, Tommy Lee Jones, William Devane. Look and see what year that movie came out. I was born in 71. I think that movie came out in 75 or 76. That movie has all kinds of pussy, all kinds of blood, boom, boom, shoot, shoot, bang, bang. And I didn't turn out to be a gun guy, but man, did I like those big bushes. Because see those 70s hairy bushes in a movie when you're a little kid, and then your second grade teacher, you start doing this swim thing with your second grade teacher who's this short. She wasn't fat, she just didn't have the greatest body. And then you had her and one of your two PE teachers, and her, which was weird, she was super hot, and her name was Ms. Sargent. I've told this on the podcast before. And Miss Sargent was gorgeous. I used to, on the jungle gym thing, the pole, and you'd climb the pole, and woo, woo, when at a certain age, as a guy, we all know this. Like Garth said it in, like when you climb the rope in gym class. I used to get that looking down at Miss Sargent. Anyway, so now we're in a swim thing we have to go to once a week or twice a week, I think it was. And I think it wasn't far to go to this pool. It wasn't at the school. It wasn't far away. And then to stand there after we go in, everybody gets changed to come out to the pool, and then there's your second grade teacher standing next to your gym teacher, your PE teacher, who is gorgeous, and even more gorgeous now that she's in a swimsuit. But it was a one piece. She didn't wear. They both wore one pieces. But then you look back at your second grade teacher, and you're going, look at your friends, and you go, everybody's kind of looking at each other, going, there's something crawling out of her bathing suit between her legs. What the hell? I mean, I'm talking super bush on each side. Like, wouldn't you know to fucking... But now you're that... I was sexually harassed in second grade, and I just fucking realized it. It wasn't just a TV show I was sexually harassed on where I got spanked. It was funny, and I took it as funny. But I was naked. Am I going to have to pee this quick? So, what am I going to play if I do have to pee? Oh, somebody kick out that crap that I just saw on the chat. What's this? Oh, just because I said something about my sexy PE teacher in second grade, I've got this fucking bullshit. Do I do it? How can I do it? How do I do it? Block. There you go. I've never had to do that before. LOL. Wayne's got troll bots. Holy shit, Fiddlefoot. Ooh, hold on, need a drink. Fiddleford's here. I'm honored, brother. Again. Second grade. Standing there, and talk about, it was almost like the swing clubs when I went to swing clubs. Never did anything in a swing club, but I went a few times, being in radio, having sex shows that you're part of on the air, and people get invited to things, blah, blah, blah. You go, and then you see you see A to Z. Like, wait a minute, whoa, was that Pamela Anderson's sister? Oh no, that's Kate Beckinsale's sister. Oh no, that's Mayim Bialik's sister. Oh no, was that my grandmother? Just, everybody walking by, and then sometimes you're like, wait, no offense, but I can't. Is that a man? Is that a man or? I don't know if that's either a really homely man or a really homely woman. I don't get it. It's everything, which is cool. I'm not shitting on it. It's just that's what you would see. And I'm the one that has the balls. Speaking of balls, I gotta piss to say it. It's true. Getting fucking tired of the word police and just getting tired of fucking. How do I describe this? It's like all of a sudden you're back into having to be on the radio, and having to be super super fucking creative to describe things. So you're not you know dumped on the radio or yeah, that's what I meant, dumped, because they don't. Yeah, they kind of do it on a TV thing, but it's different. Dumped meaning, when somebody swears on the air and with a delay and you never even hear it. But then you hear this weird fucking build up after the delay, so the delay builds back up. It's fucked up. Anyway, I'm fucking tired of the word police. And even some of my heroes are starting to give into this shit. It's starting to piss me off because there's people from certain stereotypes that laugh at it themselves and they'll say to you, yeah, well, there's a reason these stereotypes are there. But then you got your crybabies. Everybody has to listen to the crybabies when most people are laughing their ass off. Like when, if you've been to a lot of comedy shows, there are a lot of white comics that can do a lot of black humor in front of black audiences, and the fucking black audiences love it. They love that shit. When you're doing it right, there's obviously stupid ways to do it, and just and saying stupid. There's clever ways. David Tell doing it, or some idiot that doesn't know what's going on. You get your choice. Like my buddy Mike Chupa calls himself the librarian of comedy. Dude, my second grade fucking teacher and him would have been a beautiful couple. I'm not saying I saw his bush. I'm just saying, thinking about it. Even though now she'd be, 70-something years old, and he's my age, but whatever. He does look like he belongs with a mom. Gross. So, one of my most favorite. It was supposed to be 5 or 10 minutes, but it ended up being like 12 or 13. One of my most favorite moments in sets that I've ever seen in a club, which I've seen quite a few, not nearly as many as other people, but whatever. I've seen my nice chunk of all the things that I've done. Fucking Chupa. White dude, looks like a librarian, just sweet goofball, glasses, face for radio. Personality for librarian. He'll tell you the same thing. I'm not shitting on the guy, but I did want to roast him. I wanted to do the roast battle with him at the store, but he chickened out. Anyway, watching him it was at the Ice House in Pasadena, and most of the room was black because the host and the person who put the show together was black, and then putting Chupa on the lineup, and I'm going, this is funny. Anyway, dude fucking murdered. I had never seen him murder so hard, and I'm talking murdering where almost every third sentence that he said, even if he didn't even realize, well, that's a punchline, but the way everything just became this, he did his normal thing, but then it just became super like nothing. All he had to do was just turn his head and everything was funny. It was beautiful to watch. And then when he got to his, because like I said, he's super, white guy, and then he did his joke, his joke, which is not, I don't know where he got it, but I know it's not the most original joke, But he said, I got a blood test. Turns out I'm a Crip. In front of a black audience. Dude, he didn't get to say another word for like 30 seconds, if not more. And he'd never happened to him before. And he's like, what? And then, of course, they just kept laughing because he just turned his head like, is this real? Is this real? It was the greatest thing. But like I said, they're some of the best audiences. You would assume that a white dude realizing, whoa, most of the audience is black. Oh, fuck. That's if they haven't been around a while. If you've been around, you realize, oh no, these guys are great. They love it. They love not them getting shots themselves. They just fucking love comedy. They're there to fucking, yeah. They want you to win. You know. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Mike Chup. I got off on the librarian. Oh, my teacher's bush. I'm not kidding, man. I have that thought in my head about all that hair coming around the sides of her bathing suit, and I just hear an electric weed whacker. You know, the one I use around this fucking house. Come on, hold on, just stay still, and I'll just turn it to the side. And yeah, just stay still. Okay, hold on. You know what? Do this. Kind of, as much as you can, kind of like hold it out, but hold it away from you so the thing doesn't hit you inside of your leg. All right, right there. Yeah, because there's a lot. Yeah, you can. All right, hold on. Right there. Right there. There you go. Sweet. Look at that. Oh, look, we're tightening it. See, this is good. This is good for you. Shut the fuck up. Way. All right, where was I? Boy, did I get off on a beautiful tangent. I'm going to, what was I going to do? That's right. But I have to make sure that all buttons are firing, right? That's correct. Okay. Whew. I can't believe I really am going to have to fucking piss again. I'm going to have to play the fucking Wayne's World song with Paul just to piss him off. So I can pee. How long is it? Do I have the whole video of... Oh, I probably didn't do that. Damn, I didn't prepare like I should have prepared. Oh, well, one thing I wanted to do, god damn it, was the E.T. video, or the Nate the Bullet video. And then when I, do my thing, give me just 1 second, please. Oh my God, I have to pee so fucking badly. I'll figure this out. I'll figure it out, because, I love that my video comes up with Steve McQueen, that fucking jerk off, because it has, a Manson thing to it. And I used to have a poster of that guy hanging on another wall, the opposite wall of this guy. I knew there was something wrong, and that's why those 15 years were really fucked up. If I just had him on the wall, you know what I'm saying? I do have notes, and I do want to go through the chat. Oh, and I really pee. Did I bring a cup? No, like if I was as smart as my buddy Brett Brock, who has been on the WIPP, check him out. I'd have a little sign to put in front of the camera going, "Be right back." But all right, what did I do? All right, let me go. Shit. Well, here's the Nate the Bullet thing, the E.T. thing. Right? Did I just put it in the chat? Right? I just put it in the chat. Now, right? Is that clickable? Clickable? Let me know if is that clickable. Can you see? Can you do that? Is it working? Is that link working? Because when I come back from peeing, I'm gonna pull up a bunch of pictures. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I forgot to do that. That was the other thing on the. I forgot to put on the list. Happy birthday, Jinx, motherfucker. Who? It's in the credits. It's in the description. Where yeah, the lovely thumbnail done by WIPP, Mr. Jinx. Yeah, his birthday was. He just turned what? Did you say 173? He looks really good. Does that link that I posted? Does the link? Is that good? Can you click on it? This. Is the link good? Because that's the link. Yeah. So. Oh, that's right. Oh shit. I meant 164. Oh, that's right. You leave off the 100 because of it's your Canadian. Right? Is that what it is? Can everybody tell me? Anybody tell me? Is the link good? I just posted the link there. Yes, it worked for me. Fiddleford. Okay, cool. Guys, go watch that. I'll be right back. Or you don't have to, but that gives you something. Oh my God! What happened? Son. Anyway, we're back. It's a Rickroll. I got a mug. I got a mug on my way back. All right. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, I missed this. Damn. I could have timed that better. Why is everything acting so? Wait. Hold on. Is this important? Oh my God. YouTube telling me I'm on the air. That's so fucking... wait, I gotta stop looking at that every time. They keep fucking with me, man. Can you tell I don't get very many emails? So when I get one, I'm like, oh, is this important? You might be right. So, shit. What was I going to do? Oh, that's what I was going to do. Speaking of hairy vaginas, oh shit. Yeah, that's right. It's backwards. You got to go this way. That's it. Oh, no. I have a hairy vagina. No, I have a hairy vagina. Ugh. Anyway, I just wanted to show the birds. I don't think I'd ever had them both on at the same time. Well, there you go. Knock that off the motherfucking list. Whew. So, are you guys still watching the Nate the Bullet video? If you are, I'm going to go. Some of you might be, and I hope so because it's great. That's my old podcast. Let's see. Oh, is Wayne having Susan Atkins on? Amber Heard. Let's see. Watching Tales of the Jedi. Not this thing. Oh, I missed that first time around. Beckham. Just kidding. I love you, Beckham. Heather Locklear. Right. Thank you, James. Yes. TJ Hooker. Does Columbo work with TJ Hooker? I'm sorry that I missed that back in 926. That's funny. I agree, Wayne. You should never go in with any confidence. Fiddle! Did you see Tales of the Jedi yet? Oh, you're watching the Nate the Bullet thing right now. I didn't know it was a thing either, and I have Disney Plus. I haven't clicked on there in a while. Dude, James, I understand what you're saying, Andor, but dude, overall, it's like fucking. It's more like Ozark than it is shit. It's well done. They're getting somewhere. It's gonna last. It's gonna be one. It's gonna last. But I get you that, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of Star Wars zip zap bang bang, but because they fucking make sense. Anyway, well done, Tony Gilroy. He should be head of fucking Star Wars, if you ask me. I'm digging the blonde chick and her backstory. That's filthy. Should I yell Crisco? Did anybody? I work with her types. Government zombies? Mouthful. Fiddle, mouthful. Oh, are we back to the cock stuff? Sorry. Oh, no. Was that mouthful? Was that a reference to my second grade teacher's big fat bush? Isn't that weird, though? Maybe that's why I like older, dominant women. Because before puberty, while I was climbing up that pole, I was looking at a beautiful woman who was athletic, and her name was Ms. Sargent. See, when you talk things out, man, this diary's hitting a little too close to home. Fiddle, you're a mouthful? What? Anyway, well, you just had to go there, Danny. Speaking of mouthful, talk about Bush again, Wayne. Well, let's go all the way back to 2000 or 1999 when he was running for... Oh, you meant that Bush. Or did you mean Bush beer? No, you meant that fucking fluffy hair. I gotta say, either it was so fucking long, that Bush hair, or maybe she just had really good conditioner and it just, whew, I don't know, or maybe she was part black. That sounded racist because it was kind of an afro, man. She did have a bit of a mustache. I'm not saying her last name because that would be indiscreet. Funny thing is, the large The word large is in the middle. She had, her fucking last name was 3 syllables, and the middle syllable is large. Ms. Blank Large Blank. Almost like that trilogy of movies that was out a few years ago, but just different. Well, at least I had the last 4. Anyway, back to the chat. Did he do cocaine? No, I don't I can't find it. Anyway. Should I watch educational work videos or listen to Wayne? I think we all know the answer to that, homeboy. Wayne is educational. He tells his life stories, and you learn to do just the opposite of whatever he did. I felt that knife. I felt that slice, Mr. Watson. And, just pretend that I'm Jay Sebring saying, I deserve what you're doing. That's not to say that I like Tex Watson. He's a cunt. But they weren't fucking innocent is what I'm saying. Anyway. James, it's like I tell my son, do as I say, not as I do. That's what my mom said, you fucking asshole. And I swore to fucking Christ I'd never say that to my kid, and I never fucking did fiddle. You just lost all respect. But in a podcast way. Kidding. That's the podcast way. It's a joke. I don't care. It's your house. You do what you want, but cut the shit. Fucking Canadians. Still kidding, but not. Anyway, I remember being in high school. Beckham. Oh my God. In the library, 4 black dudes walked in. I just said, "What's up, Soul Train?" I didn't make that up. He really said it. That was funny. God, I love this chat. I think someone needs to do a wellness check on Russell. Yeah, where the fuck is Russell? I thought Russell would be here. Russell be cranking. Russell will be here. Dude, he has to do a lot of work. He works for fucking insurance place. And motherfucker working constantly thanks to certain, weather things. Poor bastard. Fucking find something else. Do a podcast, Russell. Oh, he's trying? Oh. I'll promote the fuck out of it once it finally appears. Wouldn't I? Because I promote the shit out of everybody's things that I like. That almost sounded like I was talking about penises. No. Mushrooms. Same sort of thing, but not. Kinda. Sort of. But not. Mushrooms don't spew sperm. They do, kind of. When they grow, they spew their own stuff, but it's sperm and eggs. It's both. Oh my God, that's why we're going into the trans thing. It's the mushroom thing. I don't think they realize it, though. Wow, that just hit me hard. I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. That also might be part of the extra 20 milligrams that I ate right before hitting record. I mean, going live. Kind of record. Yeah, it's both. Holy shit, that must mean people are really listening. But not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. I wish I had 6 fucking hands because this would have been perfect. But I also worry about the delay thing that seems to happen since I got this fucking nicer camera that... whatever. Weird. I was just thinking, I wonder if Russell knows this was on. He must know. He would know because of Facebook and YouTube, I would think. Right? You need a Vader portrait on the other side of the doors. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Beckham. One of the cool things that I realized, even though I always wear my favorite band, this is my favorite band, as in they're all still alive, just a little bit older than me. never got big enough, never got huge to be a bloated bunch of cunts, and still puts out really good music, AC/DC wise, which is still their same stuff. They do different things, but not too harsh to where they go off trying to be Faith No More all of a sudden, like other stupid bands have done. That's why Junkyard is so cool. They're the band you want to see at the bar, every Friday night, or Saturday, or both. But overall, my two favorite bands, Los Angeles. I mean, we got Hollywood here. It's all about Los Angeles for some reason, even though God damn, I'll never be a weatherman, obviously. Oh, I put dick. What was I saying? I realized that my two big favorite bands, when it comes to big names that everybody knows, are The Doors and Guns N' Roses. And it dawned on me that, oh yeah, I have them both in the same fucking picture. Shit, I did it again. Gee, I can't fucking learn it. It's over this shoulder. Because when I'm looking at the screen, it's over this shoulder. But that's why. It's not that hard, Dick. Because, if you didn't know this, some people don't. Obviously, this was Jim Morrison of The Doors. Fucking hero. That has never gotten his good full-on. I think Manson has gotten even better treatment in certain ways than fucking Morrison does. Which is fine. Nothing against the Manson thing, except for if you think he's a total hero if you think he's guiltless, then you're psycho. There are those. There's fucking wackos. Just like there's wackos. I'm a 9/11 truther. There are wacko 9/11 truthers. They're right on the one part, but then you go into the thing and like, wait, what are you talking? Nah, you're off. And they fuck everything up. Just like Manson truthers. There's a bunch of fucking ones that, there's way more that fuck it up than the ones that get it right. We are a small group. We are another smallest clique on the internet where we get banned, Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Oh, so in one picture, I have both Guns N' Roses. If you didn't know this, I have Guns N' Roses and The Doors in one picture, where a lot of people don't realize that Slash's original top hat that he went and got that same belt. If you look at the old ones, he got a belt very similar to that Morrison belt, and it put it around. That's what he changed. How he changed it, he put it around the thing. So it's all Los Angeles right there in a picture of Slash with his top hat, the original, because he had a belt like that on it. So he had Morrison, The Doors, Gordon. You hear what I'm fucking saying? It's motherfucking whips. God damn, what an obnoxious cunt you can be sometimes. But it's so charming. I'm actually trying not to drink too much because I still have to go to work tomorrow. But I realized as I was, I had some of you whips know, some don't. Some of you are new that don't even know what a fucking whip is. It would be WIPP, WIPP stands for Waning Interest Podcast Pack. Do you want to be part of the pack? Oh, there's links below, by the way. I never say it. A lot of people don't even realize. Some people don't even, I mean, I get most of my listenership on the audio only, because it started audio only. So this podcast has been on iTunes and Spotify since the beginning. Oh no, when did I put it on Spotify? I think it was like 20 in or something when it originally went in, but they all go on, but I think I was 20 in when I added the Spotify thing, or somewhere around there, a few years ago. 2019 is when we started. So it's all me, motherfuckers. Well, no, it's all us, but you guys just get to listen, sit back and go, what the fuck is this? And I get to build that. What the fuck is this? Like right now, we're building, like a oh, my back. Like a 3D printer Shit, now I lost what I was saying. So with WIPP, Waning Interest Podcast Pack, you want to be part of the pack. There's all those things I don't talk about. Like the first, if you're new, the first, what was it? First 79 WIPs are audio only. So I never promoted the YouTube page because it's just audio. And I was getting the downloads and the plays off of, the regular stuff that it goes up on. That was just an extra thing to make a YouTube page. And then when I came back after not doing it for a while, I went, yeah, let's do the video thing. And but anyway, there's the Patreon link there. There's my Twitter. There's all those links. And then when I have a guest or whatever, all their stuff is in the description. So I come to find out there's a lot of people that don't hit the description unless you actually say so. There's people that don't even realize the description exists because it is hard to see if you're just doing all your phone thing. It's easier to see when you're on a laptop, and a lot less people are doing the laptop thing. And what am I doing? A commercial for something? No. You're always doing a commercial for something, but you're never a corporate cunt, at least not anymore. I quit that shit. In a world where laughter was king. No, in a world, Jack. No. What do you mean, no, in a world? That's what I should play on a loop when I pee. I should play the fucking comedian trailer. Well, ain't that a bitch? Ugh. Oh, that's what I was saying. At the store, some of you whips know, some don't, that I'm in the, what is it called? Cannabis business. Cannabis strength. And on this arm, at some point in here, right here on this forearm, it's blank right now. Sometimes I think I might do it I don't know, I might do it here on the top, just for something different. But I would like to match it up. I like that I got this and this that match, sort of. And I got that inside. Shit, fuck, Holmes. Oh man, how do you do this? Well, I am never going to be a weatherman. Well, they're fucking assholes. Okay, there you go. This and this. Anyway, I don't know, should I do this? Or some part of me wants to do it here. Kind of like the Axel, the Appetite for Destruction that Axel has there, having like a Guns N' Roses theme, but what's going to be Excalibur, which is actually a mushroom. It's a mushroom. The sword, actually, it's a mushroom because it's a sword stuck in a stone. And if you like turn that picture over, it's a mushroom. It's all about a mushroom, but it's coded as a sword, and it's anyway. Oh shit! Almost did that backwards. Fucking the white filters. They can be a bitch, especially when you're fucked up. So, sorry, I'm just trying to find the arrow. What? So I'm getting I want to get the word Excalibur. I've always wanted Excalibur is going to be the name of my next dog. My next cats will be Rex and Apollo Dose. But also Excalibur. The tat, I want the word like in a Western font, kind of like the wanted poster of this motherfucker, the old wanted poster from the Miami shit. If you've ever seen that, look it up. If you've never seen it, they say wanted Western, like Western wanted. Anyway, that font, Excalibur, but the X, two swords, but they're like you got to look at them twice. Like, wait, are those swords or those mushrooms? Oh, it's both. And then underlined with a sword / mushroom. Can be cool, but yeah, it still has to go here. It works here better than it would work here with a word going. Either way, I could do it this way, but then I can't see it right, and I don't fucking know. I'm trying to figure this shit out. That's what this is about, talking it out. This is therapy. Hi, Doc. Hi, Danny. She knows what I mean. That's an inside joke. Oh my God, did Danny take a fucking? That poor girl. I needed to fucking get some shit off my chest, and she was stupid enough to answer the phone. Oh man, blah 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 blah. But and she was like, damn, this guy, even when he's not on the podcast, he's correct about everything. So yeah, I'm in the cannabis business, and I have this one couple that comes in. They are super cool. She is actually in the cannabis business. She works at a place that's more of, she doesn't come to our place for flour, even though we got good flour. She comes to our place for our gummies and our chocolate bars, and sometimes tinctures and some other stuff. Because she gets plenty of flour from where she works at her cannabis place. Anyway, super sweet lady, super cool, but religious on the side of a cool religion. She's Christian, but hardcore on certain things where she, unfortunately, which is it's understandable, but believing things as in reality and not as metaphors or codes, different kinds of codes. Like you heard it in the open, you hear it in the open of this fucking podcast. Jesus was a mushroom. Yes, that's the code. Just like all gods are basically anthropomorphications of local, regional psychedelics of the world from certain different cultures. That's a fact, and all you have to do is look into the psychedelics just for a few minutes, 10 minutes into certain into ayahuasca. Look at that, blah blah blah, and who uses it, blah blah blah, and then what is their oh yeah, it all comes from. That's why. Whatever. I'm gonna have to piss again. Anyway, lady comes in. She gets like fucking 6 things of gummies every week and a half, 2 weeks. No, it's like every Wednesday or every other Wednesday because that's our club card day, and she's a club card member and gets a couple of chocolate bars. Anyway, today I don't know what it was. I didn't start it. I never do. But she said something about Jesus, blah blah blah. And I went, oh, wait, we're all on the same page on everything else, right? And her husband, he's super cool, but he's always just standing in the background listening. He pops in with stuff. They're funny as fuck. We always have a great time. They're always in there for fucking 10 minutes shooting the shit, unless there's other people that are in the way, behind them. And she just said a couple of things to where I opened it up to her and went, okay, so I get that. Or she said, she said something about the manna. And I was like, all right, well, you're all right. So when you said that, man, about the manna, and you said this about that and the cup, do you want to hear what we agree on almost everything except for one thing. So do you want to hear my version? How I see it? Yes. And he's like, yeah, man, yeah. And boom. And I was just seeing this, and they weren't. What? They didn't jump on my shit. And I also started with, all right, now before I do start this, remember, keep in mind that when I was first hearing this 17 years ago, I was like, dude, to a very good friend of mine who's no longer with us, dude, I got work to do. Yeah. And then he said a couple of things, and I went, okay. And I already understood certain Christian things from when I was a kid, from going to CCD and other stuff, and then looking into other religions, blah blah blah. So are you ready? No, yeah. And and then at one point, halfway through, about 5 minutes in, she's like, "Wait, so you don't think Jesus was a person?" Like, no, there were people telling everybody about the mushroom thing, and that's one of the reasons they were persecuted, because they wanted to keep everybody stupid. Like today, same kind of thing. And what was one of the things that Jesus was doing? He was talking shit about the banking industry, which is the same banking industry of today. Fractional reserve banking, saying, oh, we got all this. So in reserve, so there's nothing. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. That's why Bill Hicks says the economy that's fake anyway. It is. It's fucking fake. It's all bullshit. It's all debt. It's garbage. And we need more people to understand that. And the people that say that are talked about as crazy. Some of them are crazy, just like I said, referring back to the 9/11 truthers that make us look bad. I'm not one of the bad ones. See? I have a very... this guy, his fucking father, a lot of people don't realize, was the head of the Navy at the beginning of the Vietnam War. Now he's going, huh? No, and then wrote all those anti-war songs, and was super anti-authority, and then wow, didn't live very long. This is weird, isn't it? I'm not saying it. That was just a quick, stupid, silly thing. I'm off on a subject that I didn't even mean to be on. I wanted to go back to the chat before I go pee again. Did you guys watch the Nate the Bullet thing? All right, where am I? You need a Vader portrait. I have a Darth Vader snuggie. I know I'm going back. Was it 9:46? Shit, I know I'm 30 minutes behind, but that's funny. So you guys all. So this is the link to go to when I go pee. No, I am gonna play the fucking Paul thing again, just because because hey. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're back. Now we're to the happy birthday to Jinx stuff. Love you, brother. 173. He's as old as Danny. Sorry, I'm so behind. Ooh, there's a Crisco thing for you. Right? All right, sorry. Don't tell me what to watch. Wayne needs to... Yes, I do. Dude, that would be a smart fucking thing. Unless it's a Pornhub click. Wayne needs... Yes, okay. It's Rick and Roll. Thimble. That's a good one. Thimble. This is the best episode ever. All right, he's being facetious, miss. Oh my God, that can's empty. Oh my God, this one's full. Oh my God, don't drink too much because you got to work in the morning. You got to tell more people that come in to buy cannabis about mushrooms. You know, the best part about it is, remember what I told you? What was it? Was it the last WIPP, 102 or 101, where I showed you the mushy book that that Mama Bear, my boss. I don't really have a boss, but I give her that just to, you go, girl. Doing a good job. And he let me do what I want to do because I do a good job. She's leaving, so it's okay for me to talk about... No, she's not. I'm kidding. She's leaving, so I can talk whatever I want to customers. I'm bringing it all down. I'm just trying to think of a joke here, but God damn it, I gotta pee, so I can't concentrate. Oh no, the other gummy's hitting. Does that mean I should eat another? How long have we been on the air? 58:27. Whoa, that's not bad, dude. You babbling cunt. 4 more to go. I don't plan on going to sleep tonight. I'm going to go straight to work. I'm going to do a Larry King thing. You don't know the reference. I wish I could find it. Write this down as a note. Keep watching this, but write this down as a note. I'm going to go to neilrogers.org, I think it is, neilrogers.com. neilrogers.org or I don't know. You'll find it. Radio show from Miami, blah, blah, blah. You go into their thing and look up this Larry Wigs Out. It's the only way you can find this that I can. Find the recording of this from Larry King back on his radio show in the early 90s or late 80s. I've talked about this before, where a kid calls in and starts asking him about journalism. And Larry apparently has been doing this, been on the air for many days and hours or whatever, I don't know what was going on. Doing some kind of marathon thing, trying to be fucking Jerry Lewis or something. And the kid's asking about journalism. And you hear Larry like, well, I wouldn't want it to be his first surgery. Like, what? The kid's like, what? Surgery? I was talking about journalism. What do you mean? Let's just cool it. And it's just, he just goes off. It's just, you have to, it's fucking hilarious. What was the point? Oh, just go look, find that. I'd play it like as something to fuck in between, but I can't so I won't. What is with this fucking cigarette that won't stay lit? He's gonna have a mental breakdown about a cigarette. It's gonna be so fucking funny. Not really. What are my notes? Oh, what's that? Oh, go pee, it says. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get through this real quick. Just do your show in the bathroom. Oh my God, you're right. Morrison did his best work in there. That building, it's right on the corner of La Cienega. It's in the southwest corner of La Cienega and Santa Monica. And it's got the little thing on there, a little name tag, little tag on there. My buddy who actually introduced me to the Doors, Bobby Duggan, back in high school, was really cool. That, what year was it? When he got me into the Doors, like 86, 87-ish, and I knew who the Doors were or anything, but he was a super Doors fan and really got me, whoa, cool. And Morrison and all the mysteries and all that stuff about it, and that's why I was such a fucking freak in 91 when I came out of that Stone movie going, what the fuck was that? Super angry with my dad. And then, what was it? It was 2018 maybe, or 2017. Bobby was out. He was with his wife in Los Angeles, and he hit me up going, hey, blah, blah. We met at Barney's Beanery, where Jim used to be pissed on the floor a few times, which they do, one of the true things that they put in the movie. He was banned from there for a while. That was the place, actually, Barney's Beanery is where Janis Joplin bought her heroin that killed her, which was from the same place with the heroin that killed Jim. So, synchronicities, they're so lovely. Oh, that's the music synchronicity I haven't talked about in my notes. My daughter's thing, LA Guns and stuff. LA. Bobby and I met at Barney's Beanery, sat at that bar where there's a little thing. Jim Morrison used to sit here, blah, blah, blah. And had a couple of beers and had some food, shot the shit. Then we took did a little Doors tour that I used to take people on, family and friends that would come to LA. I'd always take them to Barney's and do that same thing. And then we'd walk a few hundred yards to the corner of Santa Monica and La Cienega. And I've told Beckham to fucking do this. Or I'd go to Barney's at least, because he goes to LA a few times a year. He still ain't done it because he's a cunt. So, in a loving way, I say that in a brotherly, cunty way. So, go to that corner and you go across the street, and there's that building where Watson just mentioned. Well, he mentioned that at 9:50. It's 10:25 now. Where they recorded L.A. Woman, the album, the first albums they recorded. The first two were down Sunset, and the other ones were down La Cienega at Electra, and then L.A. Woman was right there, and they're at their building. That was their office. It's a restaurant now. It's a weird looking building. It's the second building on the southwest corner. There's another building that's now like a bike place. That used to be a strip club. Jim used to take people there for interviews. But then that second building, that's been a few different restaurants. That's where they recorded, and Jim did a lot of the vocals in the bathroom in there, which is what Watson was referring to. But I would take everybody to there, and I'd say, oh, there's the thing there. This used to be the strip club. And then go back across the street, there's the Alta Cienega Motel, which you go underneath the thing, and you can see Jim Morrison room. He used to stay there a lot. The liquor store is still the same fucking liquor store on the corner, on the northwest corner. Where Leo's Flowers used to be the phone booth, another strip club that Jim used to drink at a lot. Right there, but connected to the Alta Cienega Motel. And it's in the movie Highway that he did. You can see it in certain shots. Take them, and then we go back to Barney's and have more drinks. That was my little tour of it. Oh, and then just down La Cienega, from where the offices and where they recorded L.A. Woman were, is now it's a fuck, I don't know what country. It's a rug place. I don't remember what it's a rug. It used to be Themis. It was Pamela Corson's little shop that was funded by Jim's Doors money, and it was just a hangout fucking place, and a little bit of a drug den, I would guess. And there's pictures of it on the internet. You can see there's some cool stuff. But what was I going to say about that? Who was I was talking about that recently to somebody. Oh, and then the Doors movie. So, because if you didn't know that, one of the reasons that the Doors movie is such shit, which I used to hate Stone about it, but then I give him a little slack, was Jim signed everything over to Pam before they went to Paris. So when he died, she got everything. And then she died 3 years later. So her family got everything. And then Jim's family is like, whoa, what the fuck? And then so now it's 50-50-ish, or something like that. It's been like that since the mid-70s or whatever, late 80s or late 70s. So then when, but the Corson family told Stone, you make this movie, you can't portray Pamela correctly. You got to portray her as Miss Innocent, which she fucking wasn't, which is one of the reasons why the movie sucks. But there's other bullshit in there too. But that's one of the bullshit things. Meg Ryan was not playing that's not a true portrayal of the person she was playing. I'm not saying Meg Ryan did a bad job. It just was bad because he had rules. He had certain rules. But he could have done other things better too. And Val, one of the greatest fucking, one of the good things about that, one of the silver linings of that shit, dude, one of the greatest things that I can use from that I use personally now, and it's a Morrison thing, shit. Some people, thanks to the internet and YouTube, have taken, and other places like that, have taken those two scenes and put them together to where the Ed Sullivan performance, when they did Light My Fire and they were asked to change the lyrics, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Oh, sure, we'll do that. They went on the show and it was live. They didn't change a fucking thing, but you wouldn't have noticed. They didn't make a big deal out of it. But in the movie, he portrayed it as fucking with Val going, oh, good, and mugging the camera. Like, that's not how he fucking did it. So people have put those two together. You can find it, look it up on YouTube, the real and the movie version. I'm like, what the fuck? And when I first saw when people did that, I was like, oh, that's like how, if you look at the Jim thing, that's how I was telling a story. And then when I have been there to watch other people retell something that I did, and they put this, I'm like, that's not how I did it. It's like they retell something that I said in the Val way. I didn't do that. I did it like Jim. I didn't do it like Val. What are you doing? And then and these people that are listening to them tell the story are going, they don't know. So they assume that's true because they have seen me in certain points going, ah! But usually it's a fucking joke. It's just, it's one of those things. I can't win. I gotta pee. But I wanted to keep going through the chat, but the fucking chat throws me off. And it's one of the big synchronicity stories. I'm coming back with my motherfucking, what? Wait, is it? What is it? That. But also, this, because, oh my God, I gotta pee. What is this? How long is this? The Beckham Rose, oh, it's only 48 seconds. Where is the fucking Paul thing? Where's the Paul's Wayne's World? Oh, there it is. And this is 2 minutes. I could pee in 2 minutes, right?
2, 3. Wayne's
World,
World.
Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Jim and Charlie hanging on our walls. It's Wayne and Paul that have the big balls. We do our shows and bring a bunch of joy. If you don't like it, you're a Crisco boy.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, Wayne's World.
Party time.
Excellent. Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Some folks have us and want our hide. Hate us. Damn it. It's okay because they hit like and subscribe. The Whips and Sweaty Pauls are here today. They love us when we're stupid. Anyway. No Danny or Beckham here tonight. Cause Danny's dancing and Beckham's on a flight. Jim break on through and Charlie garbage dump. We're garbage people, so we love to hum.
Oh my God.
Chorus. Wayne's World.
World.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Party time.
Party time. Excellent.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. Woo! Wasn't that awesome? I didn't even have time to buckle up. Buckle up, motherfuckers. Oh, Jesus. I almost overfilled. It's a big cup, man. Where is it? Dude, I got to there. I got all the way to the, I had to be very careful taking it to the sink. Ew. Oh, that's what Ajax is for. Right? Right?
Okay.
Right?
1, 2, 3.
I'm kidding. I'm not playing that again. Right? I'm not playing that again. Whew. It's just perfect for, the pee. We're back. Oh, shit. Watch out, folks. We got stuck here on certain things. And are we here? Are we sounding good? We're sounding great. We're sounding fantastic. Right? Could you hear me peeing? Could you hear those last drops? Because they were heavy. Man, I think it's all the sugar or the ice cream that I ate the last couple of nights. Makes your pee a little thicker. So does a lot of coffee. Jesus Christ, that's the other reason, I think. If I hadn't had that fucking Starbucks venti, oh God, that sounds like a commercial. It's the first time I've had it in months. Peppermint mocha. I think that's why I decided, it wasn't too long after drinking that fucking thing, which was after my McDonald's coffee. 4 creams, 4 sugars, liquid sugars. It's so disgusting, but it tastes good. Then I realized I should do a podcast. That was the motivation. The second cup of coffee. From that poisonous corporate cunt hole. Or both of them are. Anyway. I can't believe I'm not banned from YouTube yet. I can't believe I've only gotten one thing, and it was a copyright thing. That was the thing. That's the other thing that that I don't understand is I got a strike for playing a video that I was in, the Cletus T. Judd thing when I did what was it with? It was the first one with Brett. I don't remember which whip it was. It was Brett Brock. As I did a second one with him and Beckham. But anyway, because the Nashville thing, and when I was in Nashville, I did a video with Cletus T. Judd. I was in the video, not did a video with him. I was one of the. We were all. There's no speaking parts because it's a music video, so you're still. That's how they do them so cheap. You could be the star of the fucking video, but they're gonna get you really cheap because there's no speaking roles, so they can basically get you as a featured extra. And real cheap, and they do those non-union. So you got to be a real decent name, but that's one of the ways to get a step up. Like, Alicia Silverstone was nothing. She didn't get paid anything for that first video, that Aerosmith video. She got paid real cheap, but it brought her into certain things. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I showed that fucking video to Brett, but I didn't even put the sound on. I took the sound off, but I showed the video, and they muted me for a bit. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, so I did that. So there's no reason I can't show the Nate the Bullet video because I did it that way. And then I started trying to do it here, and I don't know what I'm doing to do it right. And I don't remember how I did it with Brett when I pulled up the Cletus T. Judd video. But I know I'm not going to I shouldn't get a copyright strike. How funny would that be? An old fucking podcast of mine. That I only did, 17 episodes. I don't like using that word when it comes to podcasts. 17 shows. And not all of them are even on YouTube. This was back in 2016, 17, something like that, 17. But why? Wouldn't that be funny, though, if I played my own thing from years ago? It was just nothing. It's only, doesn't even have 200, 300 views. At least not the ET thing that I already put the link up to. Play my own thing and then get a copyright strike. But I don't know how to fucking play the goddamn fucking. Wait, hold on. What happened there? Wait, what? Oh. Man, that piss took a lot out of me. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. How do I play it, though? So when I go to the thing to bring in... Oh, that's right. I got to bring in all the pictures. I don't have an extra camera. And video... Share screen. But share which screen? Oh, but maybe I do this. Maybe this is what I did. Copy the link. There you go. Share this screen. So I wanted to go into some mushroom stuff. That's why I wanted to bring this up. All right, so we got that set. Is that the screen that you're talking about? If I go to this, share screen, select window or screen. No, why don't you have this one? Oh, do I have to do it on the other? Oh, I have to go do it on another window. All right. Sorry. I hate this. Now I can't get the fucking rid of it. Stop. Get off there. Get off the fucking page. Get off there. Please stop that. Please fucking. No. Stop. How do I get that off there? God damn it. All right. Why won't that fucking leave? Stop, man. I don't know what to do to fix that. All right, but let's do this. Go here. Pause. There, is that the one? Motherfucker, because I can't get that. Right there, okay. Allow. Oh, cool. This is from 2017. Right. Oop. Oh, what happened? All right. Let's go here. Oh shit! No, 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 no! Stop! Oh my! What happened? What's going on? Anyway, stop! What happened? Oh, I hit a couple of wrong buttons, and son of a bitch! Boy, that was kind of silly. What did you think? Yeah, almost fucked that up. Started playing the close. All kinds of things started jumping around. I got scared, and you know what happens when I get scared. But you saw it, so there. At least I put it on the screen for a second. I didn't want to listen to myself. It fucking drives me crazy. Even though it was okay for me to listen to myself sing a stupid fucking shitty thing over there while I was pissing. It's different. But anyway, if you go and watch that thing, you just keep burning. Am I accidentally dipping my cigarettes in some kind of water? Why do they just keep... Is there something wrong with me? Is the humidity fucked up in here? It's weird, man. Did I pee on it? It's the weirdest fuck. So, if you look at that thing, I mean, there's the ET thing, right? If you go through that video, I put the link, whatever. I leave the chat thing up for the link. I'm going to go back to the chat, by the way, because I see the new comments thing, and I haven't gotten all through it. But, and I know, but I also have to, all right. Where is it? Okay, I'll do that in a second. Let me do the chat first. All right, because I did the ET Mushy. I talked about the Christian lady who was. Oh man, I was just going off, dude. The whole. It was one of the most. You've heard me. Shit, God, I swear to God, it's just weed and just a few teas. This is 1, 2. This is only my fourth one. I'm not fucked up. Oh, that's right, the gummies. Oh, that's right. One was 20, one was 50. That's right. In all my... that's fucking hilarious. In all my confusion. So we were out of our normal gummies for a week and a half. So I started getting taking home these other gummies that we sell that are another company. And I was getting them much, 500 milligram bags, 50 each square. I normally eat 20 a square. But we were out, so I got those. Anyway, I was just doing half and half every time. But I just remembered right before I was going on. Like, oh yeah. I got the old gummies. Yeah, I mean, eat a 20. I ate the wrong square. I ate a 20, one of the 20s, but I thought I ate two 20s, but I ate a 50 and a 20. So there. Was that 50? I was horrible at fucking calculus. Is that why my drawer's correct all the time? Except for once. So, dude, I was a quarter over today. Wait, why is it? What? Well, I cheated somebody out of a quarter. I'm a good businessman. Shit, what was I saying? Oh. So because of that, what I was saying was, I always when I'm telling somebody this and they're allowing me to go on and on about the mushroom and that how it relates to the Bible and all those things. One of the most fun parts is when I get to talking about the indigenous people of Siberia, where all the Christmas stuff is based on, where the shaman wear red with white dots, and they have caribou, reindeer, as their animal that they use for all their stuff, and the whole thing about the tree under the trees, and they would pick the mushroom from under the trees, the Christmas tree, and then put them in the tree and let them dry for a bit, where the sun was hitting, so they could pick more, and then taking them home, put them in sacks by the fire, blah, 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 blah. But then when I got to that thing about, so they understood everything, and they were understanding, so, and what's the favorite snack of those caribou, what we call the reindeer, what's the favorite snack? And she went, there's a red, white mushroom. Now you know why they can fly. And the way I looked from her eye, and then I looked at her husband behind her, and he was like, I got him. I got you. Planting seeds. I'm sorry, spores. As Bill Hicks would say, planting seeds. He meant spores. Because the spores come before the seed. If there wasn't the spore and the mycelium, then the seed wouldn't really do a whole lot. You got to have a lot of mycelium in the soil. Again, like I was telling them, we're taught, how do we live? We teach our children. We are able to live on this planet because of the trees. See, the sun and the rain give the nutrients to the trees, and the trees give us oxygen so we can breathe. And they always leave out the mycelium that helps the trees live. And all the other things. Jesus rose from the dead. Did he? Yeah. Where do mushrooms rise from? Just saying. Dead shit? Yes. Oh my God. Poop? Dead things? Tree? People? But when I said the manna, that really made her eyes sparkle, and his. Because as soon as I saw her go, because she was standing closer to me, and he was kind of a little bit back over her shoulder. And when I said the manna, and she went like this, and so I saw that, and then I looked at him, and he went, and he kind of, it was like a dink, dink. It was really neat. It was very synchronicity like. And she's like, the manna. So then the manna, and I'm like, yeah, I never got to the water into wine, which is actually means, let the mushroom grow into a chalice, the chalice. If it's a psychedelic mushroom, put some water in there for a bit, or rain or whatever, let it sit there for a bit. After a while, shaking hands with the universe, just like you ate some. Boo! Bang! It's all right fucking there in front of our fucking face. Hi, I'm Mikey from the Goonies. How are you? I found a different one-eyed Willie. So anyway, back to the chat. Oh, wait. Oh, but that's why I wanted to do this, and then I've got pictures to show. I mean, Willy Wonka and some other stuff, but I want to get back to the chat, because I love you fucking guys. Who knows who's here still? I can't believe you listen to me. And oh, fuck, it jumped. Oh, and Elvis. Oh, the toilet. Yeah. I've been, I can't tell you how long I've been afraid of fucking dying on the toilet, especially also being a Sopranos fan. And who was the character? The actor hated dying on the toilet, apparently. But who was the character? He died, I think, in season 4. He died taking a shit. He had a funny name. He was a big dude, but he had like a girly name. Weird. I can't remember. Anyway, it's been a while. But him and Elvis dying on the toilet, I'm like, sometimes I get super, when you get super stoned and you get a little paranoid and you're on the toilet going, oh my God, this could be it. Oh, this is it. Oh, did I clear my history? Okay. Because Jinx said this, and that Jinx made me think of that. That's why I said that. Wow, harsh. I don't know what that meant. Hey, Wayne, you're on the air. Hey, Wayne, you're on the air. Sorry, I'm back to 9:52. Oh my God, I'm going back an hour. I have been fucking babbling. Flip the bird. I'm sorry I'm late, but some of you guys I know who jump. You come back. I know. It's all good. Remember, the first fucking 79 of these. No, more than that. Because then 80 with Danny, and then a few by myself. It wasn't until 87, right? Or 88. somewhere around there when I actually started going live. It's only been like, hasn't even been 20 of these fucking things where, close to 20 where I've been doing the chat thing. So, I'm actually, see that it's, as much as I fucking love you guys, you can be a distraction because, I would get through my babbling a lot quicker if you guys weren't there to say, hey, what's up, motherfucker? But I love you. Stop doing this. Oh, wait, did I ever? Yeah, we're good, right? I never actually finished looking if I had it in the back in the cave. Do I have to go to work in the morning? Fuck, no, afternoon, right? Boss? I know she's watching. Mama Bear's watching. I know she is. Wait, 10:52. Nah, now she's reading one of her books. She reads a lot. That's one of the reasons I get along with my boss. She's a reader. Looks like we got ourselves a reader. That's a Bill Hicks bit. You know the bit? I was in, what did he say? Somewhere in Tennessee. Did he say? Wasn't it Tennessee? Doing work. No, just working. I was in a Waffle House in Tennessee. I was hungry. Anyway, I'm sitting there reading a book. A waitress comes over and goes, "What you reading for?" Wow, geez, I've never been asked that before. Wow. What do you read? I've been asked, what are you reading? But I've never been asked, what are you reading for? You stumped me. I guess I'm reading, so I don't have to be a waffle waitress. I'm fucking destroyed. Anyway, and the redneck behind me in the booth gets up and goes, "Looks like we got ourselves a reader." Later, when I was hanging by the tree, hanging from the tree, sorry. I fucked it up. Just like with Joe Rogan, when I worked with Rogan back in 2007, engineering an interview for him. And before and after, got to hang out with him, and we were, it was early YouTube stuff. And I remember, man, we share a birthday. We're birthday twins, even though he's 3 years older. I fought right in front of him because I was so I was nervous, but at this time I was already a because in 2005 was when Jeff Clark turned me onto the Jesus Mushroom thing. So I'm already, and this is 2007, so 2 years later, and I'm already, I know about ibogaine, ayahuasca, and I've learned all this stuff from Claire and Jeff and all kinds of stuff. Super into this shit. Still have never done a heroic dose of mushrooms. But I'm into Terrence McKenna, and I know the Bill Hicks bit of my friend. I was at a ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, and some friends of mine and I took what Terrence McKenna would call a heroic dose, 5 dried grams of psilocybin mushrooms. But when I said the line to Joe in my studio, just me and him, I fucked it up, and I went, "My friend Terrence McKenna and I," because I was just, I was a babbling douchebag, and he went, and he corrected me, but in a cool way, not in a dickish way. And I went, "Fuck, you're right, sorry, I was babbling." And he went, "No, it's cool." That's one of the reasons that, and me and him talking about DMT and ayahuasca, just right there in my fucking studio for 45 minutes before he went and did his interview for 2.5 hours and talked mostly about DMT. And for another 45 minutes after in my studio, Tom Danheiser was there for a bit. Tom Danheiser was the reason that I fucking said fuck you to Premier Radio Networks, by the way. Basically, I worked for Premier Radio Networks. We had everybody. We had, Rush Limbaugh, Dr. Laura, fucking Ryan Seacrest, all kinds of shit. I worked for many shows. I've said this before, but quickly, one of the things that I would do, I was kind of like a utility guy, on a baseball team. I did a little bit of everything. So when this is back in the day before what we have now, this tech, in 2007, in order to do a good interview to where, and if it was only radio, and you didn't want the phone sound, did you want to be a phone? You wanted to have somebody that was on an ISDN line, which was a powerful phone line that sounded like you're in the same room, which a lot of radio shows have done that, where you think, oh, this jerk off and seesaw with their radio show. Oh, they must be in the same studio. No, one of them isn't, because they can't fucking stand each other, but they do a show together. They're not even in the same fucking room, but it sounds like it. That's what they use. It was the ISDN line. You had to pay a lot for it. It was very expensive. This is before Joe had one in his house. Anyway, he was doing promoting his album. It was before his first Netflix special. What was it? Shiny Happy Jihad, 2007. And my boss was like, "Hey, I got a gig for you if you want it, and I'd really want you to do it because he trusted me with shit. You know who Joe Rogan is?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, Fear Factor, News Radio. News Radio is one of my favorite shows ever. And he's a comic, yeah." This is, like I said, this is '07. This is before Rogan is who he is today. He was just a Fear Factor guy and a comic, and he was on News Radio. Like, yeah, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. He's doing an interview with a show with XM Comedy, and they want it to sound good, not a phone thing. So they're renting out Studio B or whatever it was, E, I think it actually was Studio E, and I want you to engineer it. It's gonna be a long interview apparently because it's satellite radio. It's not a normal thing, so they have a bunch of time. They don't want it to be a phone thing. Sure, yeah, boom. Anyway, those kind of things. I did a lot of stuff. Jesse Jackson's daughter, she turned me on to fucking. I was reading Blackwater. I worked with her for a week because she was in LA for a week for something, and she normally did a show out of Chicago, but they used one of our studios for something, so I engineered some shit, and she saw that I was reading Jeremy Scahill's Blackwater, and she was like, "Oh, you should read John Perkins' was it Economic Hitman, Confessions of an Economic Hitman?" And super. I mean, this is where my fucking head. I was also during my 5 years of sobriety from alcohol. So I had my fucking sponge. Anyway, did all those kind of things. That was another example of the things that I did at Premiere. And, but yeah, fucking that shit up was like, and my friend Terrence McKenna, I'm like, no, it's, my friends and I took blah, 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 what Terrence McKenna would call a heroic. Shit, sorry. No, it's cool. No, it's cool, man. There's a lot of great shit, blah, blah. And to remember that I had those, this is why I say at the beginning of the show, like Forrest Gump, more mentally challenged Forrest Gump, because I've had these moments with all these people who, even maybe they were famous, and I had fucking 45 minutes with David Crosby working with him, and I wanted to punch him because he fucking insulted this fucking guy. I'm like, you motherfucker, because I was wearing a Doors shirt. You're a Doors fan? Yeah. It was a radio tour. It was the thing they called a radio tour. That's how I worked with Tommy Lee, Josh Todd from Buck Cherry. Many fucking people. Radio tours where they're promoting something, so they go to a certain place that has the equipment back in the day, before what we have now. They would go to a certain place and just sit there, and then just have and somebody else would engineer this thing to where you had talk to a radio station across the country every 10 minutes, and all of them had like 7 minutes, and then you had a 3-minute break, and boom. I was the guy hooking everything up. Well, okay, now we're going with the next one. This is WIOD, this is WYGG, whatever. And the guys would know, we'd prep before, but also, whatever. Fucking doing that with Crosby. Just me and him, and Graham Nash was in another studio doing it with somebody else, with other stations, because they couldn't be in the same room. They didn't want to be in the same room together. And then you wonder why. Because I'm sitting there with this guy I was over 45 minutes. What a dick. God, I hate that guy. And the funniest part was, my wife at the time, my ex-wife, had interviewed somebody who had just written a book about Laurel Canyon. I think it's called Laurel Canyon. And if you find this book, I can't remember the author, but she had given me she had gotten a copy of before the pre-release. And so I read it because I was super into it, and there was Doors stuff in there, all kinds of people, a lot of Eagle shit, Graham Parsons stuff. And then you match that shit up with Manson stuff. If you're a Manson guy, you're like, oh, the time, yeah, I'm telling you, I've told a lot of people to do that. I don't know who has, but maybe more will do it now. Because I know I got a lot of Manson truthers, that are WIPPs, or at least kind of WIPPs. But the funny, just like Manzarek's Doors book that takes a swipe at Oliver Stone's movie every 2 chapters or whatever, in this Laurel Canyon book, at the end of like every other chapter or third chapter, somebody takes a swipe at David Crosby and what a douchebag he was. And now here I am. I just finished this book a couple months ago, and now here I am fucking working with this guy in a studio, just me and him, going, "Oh, okay, Dave. All right, yeah. Now this is Wyoming, W blah blah blah. All right, yeah. Here we go. This is, and the DJ is, the host is blah blah blah." And he was a dick to most of them. And then to hear him say almost the same thing, it was like flipping around and just listening to how they put the news things together across the country. Or see, it's all corporate. Look, they're all saying the same thing. Like fucking David saying the same thing to 14 different fucking radio hosts. Like, almost the same exact shit. Oh God! But in between one of those, I was wearing a Door shirt, a really cool shirt that my ex-wife had gotten me, that lasted a long time, but then just fell to pieces because I wore it the fuck. One of my favorite fucking shirts ever. Right, Jim? So he noticed it and he was like, "Oh, Morrison, yeah." And I already know this guy was a fucking speedball, heroin, cocaine addict, all this stuff. Morrison was never that kind of a mess. He didn't have a chance, but he did do heroin to kill him. It was an accident, I think. To me, it was like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. He thought he was doing a line of blow because it was the China White, and he was fucked up. And, oh shit! That's why they put him in the tub and whatever. Fucking Crosby, Morris, yeah, kind of an obnoxious drunk. My tongue, right? There's a scar from me biting that fucking tongue for fucking 6 minutes. Like, I wanted to go across that fucking wall. You motherfucker. How you dare you fucking talk shit about that guy, number one. He was way more smart than you. Still is. And you've got more years on him because he died at 27. You're a fucking old codger that still thinks you're a corporate cunt. Fuck you, motherfucker. And you want to talk about obnoxious? Oh, you thought he was obnoxious because you didn't get what he was saying because he's he's way smarter than you. And yeah, and I'm sure you weren't obnoxious when you were doing fucking speedballs all the time. Go fuck yourself, you fucking troll cunt. Fuck you. And then I laughed because, I remember one of my earliest radio memories was sitting there. Kimba's been on the podcast, WIPPs know. Kimba was on Zeta. She and the guy that was before her back in the day, back in when in the early 90s, when I was a big Zeta fan in South Florida, they were classic rock at the time. Kimba did 6 to 10. Steve Stansel did 2 to 6. Stansel was great, and they were both great. And two great back-to-back shit. But one of the things, Stansel was one of those first guys that did that 5:30 Funnies thing. And that almost every radio station does now, or at least one station in every fucking market does the 5:30 Funnies thing. And I don't remember what it was. Well, when I was in radio school, after Kimba had helped me get into radio school, then I actually had the balls, stupid balls, to call Kimba and go, "Hey, can I call, do you think I could call Steve?" And no, actually, I think that's what I did. I didn't call her first. She got me in, but I think how we became friends, I don't think we talked about this. The actual way was she didn't know. No, I did. After I started at the school, then I called her on the air, and like I had before, I said, "Hey, I'm actually going to the school, blah, blah, blah." But then, because Stansel, it was a dude thing, and I had been told that some students had called some of the radio stations and said, "Hey, can I go and can I hang out?" It's like their favorite jock or whatever. Is it cool if I can go hang out and watch you do the show for a couple hours or an hour or so? And I called Steve and asked him if I called Zeta. I hooked it up with the program director to make sure it was cool, and Steve said it was cool. And so one of the first times I was in the Zeta studio was with Stansel, and I'm sitting on this side of the board. So basically, picture it not like Frasier where Roz is in the other room or whatever, and then he's on the side, or like it wasn't like that. It was like they're facing each other, but that's how it normally is. But actually in this, it was just the same studio, and I was just on the other side of the board, literally on the other side of the desk. And he had the mics over there, but because it was for guests, because you had seats on the other side. But it was just right there. He was 2 feet, just on the other side of this desk, literally doing the thing, and I'm just, just to watch it. But before I'd go around, I'd see what he was reading, because he'd have a thing on the, you'd have a thing set up to read, like we have use our screens now. But there was a thing to put your papers up. Blah 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 blah. But there was one time when he was doing the 5:30 funnies, and somehow whatever the little clip was that he played from whatever comic, I think it had a classic rock theme to it. I think the joke that he played, or the bit that he played, and he came out of it saying something about seeing a Crosby, Stills, and Nash show, and something about David Crosby's coke boogers, or one of them got shot at him or hit him in the face or something. Something about Crosby's coke boogers or whatever, and it was hilarious. And you could hear me laughing in the background, because I was like, "What?" You can hear me laughing. This is like 1994. And he starts fucking losing it, because normally when he's all alone, but now he has an audience, and I'm literally in front of him, and I just fucking lost it. And it was, I wasn't trying. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna laugh at Steve's thing. I didn't know he was gonna say it. I had no idea. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna play the 5:30 funnies, and I got some stuff to say. Blah. Oh, cool. And I'm just sitting there like, and then he said the Coke burger thing. I'm like, shit. And then he lost it. He starts living, and then I remember him saying, I apologize profusely. And I'm like, that was like the first time I remember hearing the phrase apologize profusely. And thanks to Stancil, I've been using that phrase almost ever since. Isn't that a great story? All about Coke boogers. Jim knew about Coke boogers. He had a lot of Coke boogers, poor bastard. I wonder how many times he had fucking nosebleeds from doing blow. He did a lot of blow. A lot of alcohol, mainly. But anyway, all right. Did I get through that? I still haven't got to my synchronicity music story. Speaking of music, in L.A. I'm going to get that, but I want to do some chat. I want to do some chat. How long have we been doing? Holy fuck, 147. 7 minutes of that has been pissing. Hey, Wayne, you're on the air. He is? Flip the bird. Oh, I like Andor. Jesus Christ, now we're back to Andor? Hopefully it pays off. It will pay off. Was your teacher at least hot? Sorry, back to 9:55. Oh my God, we're an hour behind on the chat. The Mrs. Sargent was hot. The PE teacher that was the co-swim thing, but no, the actual teacher, blank, large blank, with the hairy bush. She was a sweetheart, so I'd do her out of pity. I'm kind of joking. Mostly joking. Not today. I mean, like if she was like that age, mid-20s or whatever, like when I was a kid today. And what I've known, one of the things that I found, it's not that it just looked weird. I'm not saying a hairy bush is bad, because some of the most beautiful vaginas I've been lucky enough to be able to, that been my hands and tongue and other things have been welcome to explore. Some of the greatest ones have been, whoa, she doesn't shave. Oh boy. But some of them have been the juiciest. Just saying, folks. Just saying. Right. Oh my God, is it there? Is it there? Is that the right thing? Okay. I'm sure people would agree. Some would agree. Some straight, some lesbian, mostly lesbian. So, for the record, whenever I mention bush, I always mean pubic hair. That sounds like a commercial. For the record, whenever I mention bush, I always mean pubic hair. Wait, does that say public? Oh, no, it says pubic. Okay. What the hell is going on around here? Look who's here. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing that Russell's here. One of my favorite whips. He is one of the best. One of the best whips ever. There's so many. There's Jen. There's James. There's Russell. Danny, Paul. Fiddle. Oh my God, there's so many. Well, not so many. There's a good handful that like to be private. It's one of my favorite things about my ridiculously low numbers is in actuality, because of the shit that I talk about, I do have a lot of people that are WIPPs, but like silent WIPPs. I have a lot of silent partners because they're in situations, different kinds of situations to where, and some of them are just, I'm not a vocal person. I just want to be, I'm in the shadows. I'm not doing fucking shit, whatever. People that understand where I'm coming from, that communicate not like James or Russell. So there's people like James and Russell that, I don't like to say they're in the closet. Actually, some of them are gay. But others are, some of them might be in the closet, but some of them are openly gay. But not all the women yet. I'm going to get them there. No, I don't want them to be gay. I want them to be bisexual, right? If all women were bisexual, openly bisexual, do you understand what a better place the world would be? Well, they already are. Everybody is partially gay. Just like fucking Kurt Cobain said, everyone is gay. Which song is that? I don't know. It's in the Unplugged thing. Unplugged, get it? So, you just kind of lean or whatever. Everybody's had some kind of experience, if not, or whatever. And the gay community, I have, I know a lot. I was in the entertainment industry, and I'm 51 years old, so I've come across a lot of people who consider themselves gay, and who consider me straight. And I go, you don't know all I was doing. Because we all have, whatever. Don't need to go. We don't talk about sex much here, but I mean, we all know certain things. And you go to the gay, everybody knows there's a lot of gay dudes that will tell you that there's a lot of straight married guys that, whatever. And then there's there's, whatever, blah, blah. There's all kinds of fucking shit. But you do notice as you get older, wow, there do seem to be, you just notice things where they start to change. So there are things where you're not set. You're never set on. Things are never set. That's one of the reasons why they teach you stay in the moment. Because we're, what am I trying to get to? I'm trying to say about how we're sort of taught to choose this line and everything's going to be just like this all the way down the line. And full well as time goes by, this is bullshit. That's part of the thing that makes you start to question everything. Wait, no, because it's not. I'm gonna do this, and I'm 24 years old, and now I've decided I'm gonna fucking settle down at 24, and I'm gonna have children. I know it's gonna go like this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna plan all this out. Blah 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 blah. And how few actually it all leads the same. It all leads cool. And just like they thought, it never happens that way. But then there are the ones that to all of us seem like it is gone that way, and then you get a little older and you start, and especially if it's a small town or whatever, you just pay attention. You're like, wait, and then those start tumbling down too. Oh, that wasn't that thing that we all sort of saw as a straight line, straight life there with those people. Oh boy, the straighter they seem, as they say, usually, a lot of times, the dirtier they are. The more open and the less you got to worry about, really. It depends on how open, there's the Andy Dick open, that fucking guy, he's so open. One drink and that guy turns into just a complete psycho. It sucks too, because speaking of news radio, Joe Rogan, god damn, I can't. One of the things that I've recently went back to watching news radio because it's on Amazon. I don't have an account, but my mom does, and because she has the Amazon Prime, she orders a lot of shit. I'm like, oh, I'll use your thing, and if I order anything, I'll just give you the money, and we'll get the free shipping, and plus I get to watch whatever I want to watch. At least it's on Amazon. Porky's, oh, great place to go rewatch Porky's. God damn, that movie's hilarious. But the last week, I think it was, I decided to start rewatching the news radio. Oh, fucking Phil Hartman, so goddamn funny, and I already loved him from Saturday because I was a teenager when that whole thing he was exploded on Saturday Night Live in the late '80s, early '90s. So good, and then news radio, and I still remember Adam Kirshner, WIOD, Super Talk 940. We worked together for a bunch of years. He was the one that was standing there that I was talking to when I found out about 9/11. Me and Bark Hoffman and Adam Kirshner standing there by our cubicles having a conversation about something in that big fucking Clear Channel building that we had moved into by the fucking Dolphin Stadium by Joe Robbie, which is that now Hard Rock or is that a different thing? I don't know, whatever. One of the other production guys comes over and goes, "Oh, fucking plane just flew into the Empire State Building." That's how we first heard it, because that's how it was first reported. And he had just come down the hallway. And then he walked away, and we all looked at each other like, what? Adam goes, "I love a good news day." Just runs off and heads towards the fucking newsroom. Big newsroom, WIOD, Miami. Bark Hoffman and I look at each other and like, what? The plane flew into where? The Empire. Then, all right, let's go check it out. So we head down to the newsroom. No, it wasn't the Empire State Building. It was fucking Twin Towers. And it wasn't just a little plane, a Cessna that we had first heard. Blah, 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 blah. What was the Kirshner thing? Oh, that was 9/11. 97 or 98? When was it that Phil Hartman died when his wife killed him? 97 or 98, whenever that happened, that was after Phil Hendry had been on WIOD, and then we flipped. All this stuff happened to our great radio station, got destroyed, blah, blah, blah. So, but Phil, when anybody said Phil, like with me and Adam, Bark Hoffman, any of those people from the old IOD days, if you said Phil, you just immediately thought Phil Hendry, and who's now in LA. I go to fucking lunch one day, whatever it was, 97, 98, whenever Phil Hartman fucking was killed by his psycho cocaine-filled psycho wife, which this is the roundabout thing, come back to Andy Dick. Apparently he's the one that gave her the cocaine, and she was supposed to be getting off of it because it was the... And that's why she fucking blew his brains out. It was all because of Andy fucking Dick, apparently. That's what some people say. Allegedly. Allegedly. I wish I had a little thing to say that, but... Anyway, the point is, I go to lunch that day, the day that it happened, the day that it dropped, the news dropped. I come back from lunch, and I remember I'm walking down the hall in Hollywood, Florida, walking down the hall, and Kirshner, who was right there with the 9/11 thing, coming down, he's like, "Dude, did you hear? Phil died." And I was like, because we were all news radio fans, because we were part of news radio with Super Talk, we were talk radio plus news radio 610 WIOD. So we knew, and we would all laugh at certain things that weren't right about the show or whatever, but yeah, it was still good enough. It was well done enough. And this is also, Frasier was making a joke, whatever. So anyway, he says, "You hear Phil died." Immediately I'm thinking Phil Hendry. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? His wife. And I was like, wait, Phil doesn't have a wife. He was like, no, Phil Hartman, not Phil Hendry. I'm like, what? So it was like a double punch. So at first I'm thinking Phil Hendry's dead. I'm like, what? And then this slightly immediate, not slightly, this slightly relief, this slight relief, slight relief of, no, not Phil Hendry. Oh, Phil Hartman. What? And then like fucking bap, bap, like fucking getting hit by fucking Tyson. Once in the fucking chest, once in the kidneys, and then once across the fucking jaw. Like, I remember that hallway, that same hallway. I just told the story about the Suds Coleman thing where I had jokingly told one of the salespeople that Suds was my dad and we'd look nothing alike. And then I forgot to tell him, and then the sales guy apparently later on went on and asked him, is Wayne your dad? Wayne Roberts your son? Oh yeah, you didn't know that? He joked, he didn't know, but went ahead with it, which was great. That's Suds. And then when he saw me coming down the hall, it was the same fucking hallway, the same thing that Adam did where, dude, you hear about Phil's dead? That same place where Adam was standing when he said that was the same place where I was coming down the hallway, the same spot, and Suds came out, the studio stopped and saw me and just started laughing. Like, what? What's so funny? I saw Eli Math. Oh, shit, I forgot to tell you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Here's what happened. By the way, is Wayne Roberts your son? Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? Oh, now I see the resemblance. What? That same spot in that hallway, there's like a fucking, it was like a goddamn, there was a few other things that happened in that hallway, man. There was some kind of weird fucking, yeah, now I'm going a little crazy. I need another gummy, right? Let's go to church like Joey Diaz. But what sucks about I'm going to smoke weed. That'll hit sooner. But yeah, I eat another gummy. Whatever. It's not going to hit for an hour. 2:01? Yeah, 3 hours. That should be all right. Just as it hits, right after it hits, that's when we'll shoot in. Right? This is 11:23. I got to work in fucking 12 hours. Is this empty? No. Speaking of weed. But yeah. That fucking building in Hollywood, but different Hollywood, Florida. I should have Kirshner on the fucking podcast. You think? We didn't get along. We have some stories to tell. I should have Adam on. I didn't think we had a little. We don't. And I'll say this first. Maybe Adam will see this. Somebody will show him. I actually think Adam has seen some of these. Because of the Neil stuff that I've talked about, and others, and Rick and Suds and stuff. Anyway, one of the things I have to say, I've realized, because it was like probably 12 years ago. Wasn't long after I first got on Facebook, which was, I think, 2010. And my girlfriend at the time kept saying, nah, don't do it. And I did it. Anyway, almost immediately, and this was back when I wasn't a shitlib anymore. I was still partially a shitlib, I guess. But mostly, no, everything was garbage. And Adam always had this sort of a right-wing thing to him. Anyway, I think we got into it on Facebook about some fucking issue and, blocked each other. Or whatever. So it's been well over a decade. And I will confess, before I get back to the chat, I will confess that he was probably right. Now that looking back, if we were to go back to whatever it was, and I swear to God, I don't remember, but I would love to fucking talk to him about it, whatever it was, and I'm sure we agree on a lot more. But Adam could be cunty, but he got off on that, and he could be cunty, but he was good at being cunty. But we have so many fucking great stories. I've told a few of them, but it would be a lot cooler to have Adam to be going, oh, wait, what about this? What about that? He'd remind me of a lot of good shit. That would be a good podcast. I've asked a lot of people from the old IOD days to be on. Some of them got out of radio before I did. Some of them are still sort of in, but because of their gigs and because of my ways of my podcast, it's not, it's like any fucking podcast. Because, there's, what I'm talking about. It's not. So you have a lot of people that are on, they're like there's one, like Miami. Back in Miami, Kimba doesn't care. Kimba's great. And that's why Kimba has the balls to just, here we are. Here, let's do this, whatever. Let's tell stories. And but there are other people in that are still there in that market that are that have other gigs. They're like, I'd like to, but it might hurt my gig to go on with you and talk about this kind of shit. And I'm on a top 40, number 12 market or 11, whatever they float. When I was there back in the day, at least in the from the early 90s to the early 2000s, for that decade, Miami floated between the 11th and 12th market, between them and Atlanta when it came to population or whatever. So sometimes Miami was 11, sometimes it was Atlanta. Whatever. God damn, I am babbling like a cunt. Oh, I know. Where'd the other... Wow. I didn't realize I threw that bird so far. If I was in Australia, some people would think I was talking about a woman. I've never done that. But oh my God. One thing I was reminded of the other day when I hit my head on the corner of the counter. Oh my God. And then I went over to a door that luckily was already open. Well, it wasn't, but it wasn't. I just hadn't done it in a long time, but I was like, oh, I got to get rid of this. And I just went, I broke the door and had to fix it. But I fixed it better. Now it works better than it was. I was like, wow. Boy, when you just have this one thing and you channel it for just a second, you just give it like a Doctor Strange, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it fucking hurt because of my elbows. A little bit there. But it was like, whoa. I didn't feel like I did that much, but wow, I did some serious damage with just a But I've always been that fucking person who keeps it to that. I've never beat on people in my frustration. I fucking had to pay for inanimate objects that I've smashed. But that was years ago. That was back when I was, like this. So, synchronicity. Oh no, chat first. I'm going to have to pee. I'm going to have to play. Poor Paul's going to have to go through that song again. He's not here, but just because I know he hates it. Again, some of you know, some of you don't. I've said it before, but, it's always somebody new, or at least three. That performance of the Wayne's Paul World, or Paul's Wayne's World, or whatever the fuck that was, the one and only version. It was never, we didn't do it beforehand. That was it. So it will never be done again. So that's why it's so bad. We were one take Charlie's, but it's so great because we don't take ourselves very seriously around here, do we? Speak of the devil. Wow, Tales of Giants. All right, I'm going to go quick. Russell's here now. All right, we already said that. I tried watching Star Wars Visions the other night. I had to shut it off after 8 minutes. Huh. 8 minutes. I don't even know. I'm serious. I'm back with, I don't even know what you're talking about. I guess I have to look. Speaking of teachers, $239 cases since school started in August have been reported. Teachers ew. It's gross. It's fucking gross, man. Teenagers are gross and dirty. That's the thing. Was I saying that on the podcast before? Was I saying this to somebody earlier today about thinking about that, going, what the fuck? Kids are gross. That's why you can't. I think that's why I was always into older women. I was gross. People my age, gross. Well, not all of them, but and then you get older, and that whole thing with the, you're taught that boys are dirty and girls are all prim and proper and clean. Man, been around some women that are fucking super fucking slobs, man. Super slobs. Wow, and that helps you with. Then you turn into Seinfeld, like man hands. Oh wait, she does this. She probably her bathroom is probably pretty disgusting. Oh god, she doesn't wash her dishes, does she? Oh my god, she does. And you just keep going, as you get older, you just start, that's why remember what I said earlier? Oh, you think, oh, I'm going to get this age and everything's going to go straight down that line. That's how, if I do it right. So, no, because you're just going to continue, wait, what? And you're going to constantly think, oh, what I was taught was bullshit. It's Santa Claus over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's all bullshit, especially when I watch TV. What? Harris County. That's just Harris County. Jesus Christ. They like them young over there, huh? This is why I call him the murderer. Well, also because he has the last name Watson. Some of you people don't understand that. Yeah. Know who Charles Manson is? Yeah. Know who Tex Watson is? No. It's one of the fucking weirdest things to me, man. And there are so many people that are like that. Of course you know who Charles Manson is. You think you know who Manson is, and you don't even know who Tex Watson is. That's the thing, man. I've said it so many times to people. I could go out to almost any street corner in the world, in the country, in the U.S., round up 100 people, and go down the line and go, do you know who Tex Watson is? Honest answer, yes or no. Do you know who Tex Watson is? Now, at least 70 of them are going to go, no. A few of them are going to say, yeah, I went to school with him. Because some other Tex Watson. And maybe 6 out of that 100, maybe 6, I think I'm being generous, are going to go, yeah, he's the guy that killed everybody, the Tate LaBianca thing. Sorry about the accent, but Tate LaBianca thing. Tate LaBianca thing. Tate LaBianca thing. In a world where the Tate LaBianca thing was actually known as the Watson Kasabian murders, like they should be. Motherfucker! Sorry, is that a promo? Yeah. 212. That might be a good promo. We'll see. But it's fucking insane. It's insane. Because you can go down the list of people who that they put Manson in, and you're like, oh no, yeah, we know they did that. We knew there's no other people involved, no other accomplices. All these fucking John Wayne Gacy. Wait a minute, stop this. Hold on, rewind the tape, George. That's a Neil reference, Neil Rogers. Anyway, I was talking about Neil before. What was it about? Did I get it right? Did I finish everything about Neil? Rewind the tape and go, wait. Okay, so wait, you got Dahmer, you got Gacy, you got Bundy. Oh, they did all this stuff. Wait, why you got Manson in that pile? Wait a minute, who did all the killing with that Manson thing? Oh, some guy, some named Tex Watson. What? Tex what? Who? Charles Tex Watson. Say it again. Charles Tex Watson. You mean that fucking cunt that did more killing in those 2 nights in August of 1969, right before my birthday, 2 years before my birthday, 1 year after Joe Rogan's, I believe, or 2 years after. The guy that did all that killing, which was more than Michael Myers did in the first Halloween movie, and most people don't know who the fuck he is. That's right. Something's fucked up, right? Why? Something's fucked up. 2 of the biggest fucking heinous murders stories ever fucking talked about. And there's many more heinous shit, but the ones mainly thrown at, and most people, over 90% of it, 90%, so what would that be? 90%, over 90% of every 100 fucking people don't even know who the fuck did all the killing when you say Manson. Don't even know. Meanwhile, Manson couldn't have a guitar most of the time, but Watson got to fuck a bunch of women, get married, have kids, write a book. Oh, he became a preacher. Oh, I'm a book. Fuck you, cunt. You sociopathic piece of shit. But here's the funny thing that I've not talked about yet that I've always wanted to get to, and here we are. The podcast has made me think of this a few times, and then reading Nick's book. And the whole cover-up, the whole Hollywood cover-up when it comes to the Manson thing, which is really what it is, covering up of so much shit. The porn and the drugs that we know of, and all those narcotics, and because it's Hollywood, there's an extra part of it that I really do think that almost nobody talks about when it comes to that porn. That has to do with something kind of that I was talking about just fucking 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago, whatever. And who knows, as much as we know about, Frykowski, and I mean, we got, for people that aren't in the know, all right, if you know the part about the supposed innocent victims, I mean, everybody's an innocent victim in one way or another, but they portrayed the people that died at CLO on August 9th or 8th, whichever it was, 69, and the next night, the LaBianca's, I don't know, whatever, the numbers. I think it's 8th and 9th. Just innocent bystanders, just there, and just all of a sudden somebody just came and killed them, and forget about the drug dealing that was going on, and Wojtek Frykowski fucking raping a dude in front of other people right there. Drugging up and raping a dude, literally raping a dude in front of other people, and there's documentation. What? You can find it; it's out there. Many famous people even knew about it. Blah blah blah. But that gets left out. So if you got a guy who's dealing these certain drugs and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and you got Polanski who's been, doing the porn thing, and also we know of his appetites. So if you know where I'm going with this, I think that was more involved. So at some point, you can actually maybe go think that, holy fuck, maybe there is an angle out of, like Dr. Strange would say, 7 billion realities, and you've got this one where this is how it's going to happen. There is one of those where I think, just because, you have to open with an open mind, because nothing's, you got to actually be there to make sure it's definite, but you can gather all that information. But there also, one thing can make it go off this one rail. Maybe Watson, in one way, was a fucking hero. I know how weird it sounds. And I'm not talking about the way killing Tate. I'm not talking about Tate and everything. I mean, there's a psycho fucking thing that went down. A guy that was on fucking meth, blah, 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 and he get burned by a drug dealer. It was all burned, blah, blah, blah. But in one way, certain things, there's certain angles where you can look at it. I'm not looking to get banned or anything, but I'm not trying to piss anybody off. But you understand what I'm saying, where those alternate dimensions, like, wait a minute, because this way, because these people were actually really filthy fucking cunts. Not that he wasn't as well, but who knows, maybe he wasn't as, and the more you look into it, and it was so fucking filthy. And there's certain things that we don't know and will never know. There is this little tiny fucking sliver. It's like a fucking little fucking cunty piece of wood that gets right there. Just that one little spot where maybe Tex was a hero. You have to. You can't be fully 100% on any of it, just like anybody's sexuality. Because then there's a different thing. All the people, how do you find a dummy? How do you find it? The ways to find a dummy in a conversation. Okay, well, you can tell if they fucking do nothing but only consume corporate news. You just listen to them talk. Oh yeah, they don't listen to any other news besides that. Okay. Oh wait, they think that when it comes to gay men, that always there's one that's into anal. That everybody's into anal. But no, that's not true. Then all straight people are this and that. 51 years, I know. Well, there's a bunch of fucking lesbians that only like certain things that you think that lesbians must like this. Bunch of people that I met that are gay men that are they're all like this. But no, some don't even like that. Some don't even like that. Blah, blah, blah. Straight people, they don't. Some straight people don't even. Some straight people don't even like straight women they say they're straight. They don't even like vaginal sex. All these different things. People are all different, but they have. So my point being that if you're talking to somebody who puts everybody in a certain box of because you're behind the times. You don't get it. So there's so many different ways to be just listening, observing, and you know what helps that observing? It's called mushrooms. All right. Oh, I still haven't got that synchronicity with the Riley thing, my daughter. Oh, this is great, but I got to pee again. So, quickly, I know it doesn't matter if anybody's here or not. Shit, there is it. Got to play something. I know it's the same old thing, but yeah. Got to do it because I got to pee, man. But I'm going to finish.
2, 3. Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Jim and Charlie hanging on our walls. It's Wayne and Paul that have the big balls. Everyone started. We do our shows and bring a bunch of joy. If you don't like it, you're a Crisco boy.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Party time.
Excellent. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Some folks have us and want our hide. Hate us. Damn it. It's okay because they hit like and subscribe. The Whips and Sweaty Pauls are here today. They love us when we're stupid. Anyway. No Danny or Beckham here tonight. Because Danny's dancing and Beckham's on a flight. Jim break on through and Charlie garbage dump. We're garbage people, so we love to hum.
Oh my God.
Of course, Wayne's World.
World.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Party time.
Party time. Excellent.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. It's so stupid. I love it. It's a good bit. I do have to be prepared with more stuff to play while I pee. Almost filled that cup again. Shit. Why is everything so... Everything... Oh, it's that camera. Like it slows everything down. Anyway. Back to the chat, even though a lot of people are gone and gone to sleep because it's during the week. But the other thing that I decided to do this for, come back and do this for, it's Wednesday. And Wednesday was usually the main... When I started the podcast, there was 3 a week. It was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Monday and Fridays went on the Patreon page. That's one of the reasons I told you about the link. You go to the Patreon page. If you become a WIPP, cheap, $2, $5. There's a whole bunch of old WIPPs that you can hear, the old audio ones, the Monday and Friday ones, where I used to do other stories, bowling and all. They were all separated. Wednesdays was radio and joke stories, whatever. But then with the pandemic and all kinds of other shit, and then I didn't do the Patreon. It was like people didn't have jobs, blah blah blah. I'm not asking you for fucking money, So I just started putting everything up. That's why it skips. If you look at the list of WIPs, like on Apple or Spotify or YouTube, you're like, wait, the numbers, there's a bunch missing. Those are old Patreon that I used to do that I don't do anymore. Anyway, what was the point of that? There was a point of that. The Patreon. Shit, there was an old one I was talking about. I'll just keep going. I'll think of it. Anyway, before I tell the synchronicity story with the LA Guns and my daughter, it's fucking something I realized recently that blew me the fuck away. Wednesdays. Yeah, so that's the other reason why I decided, it's a weeknight. I normally, lately, have always done fucking Saturdays or Sundays or Fridays or whatever days. But, and only once every couple weeks or whatever lately. So I was like, it's fucking Wednesday. And, I had a couple of cups of coffee, which you can still tell. That's one of the reasons why those pisses are so full. I'm still getting rid of that caffeine, which means that I should intake more THC. Right? This is White Widow, by the way. A very nice White Widow that has a nice punch to it. One of our best, newest is the Glucky. It's a cross between, what is it? Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies and Gorilla Glue 4. Whoa, dude. I smoke daily, obviously. I don't drink daily. A lot of people, this is the fucking thing about the podcast. When people watch it, this guy's a drunk. This is the only time I actually drink. Well, once in a while, no. Once a week I might, if I'm not doing the podcast, I might do it once a week. You can tell on Facebook when I'm drinking. So, I don't remember what the hell I was saying. Oh, the THC. Oh, the Glucky. So, I'm a smoker as in 2-3 hits off a joint, back in the tube, every hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. That's all I do. I'm not a fucking constant, and it's a waste, take 2-3 hits, back in the tube. You've seen me do it here. I do a little more often with this, of course, because I'm, it's bullshitting like I'm sitting at a bar. Or, my house. And you're here, but you can't talk. You're like the Gimp. And back to Pulp Fiction. And, first it was doing drugs that you thought was right. Now we're to the Gimp. Pretty soon I'm going to have to pull out a sword like Bruce Willis. Oh, but I have the hammer. But I don't have a sword, or I don't have the chainsaw in here. Damn it. I could do a whole fucking Pulp Fiction thing. Shit, where was I? What was I talking about? Pulp Fiction. No, it wasn't about Pulp Fiction. It wasn't about... Oh, damn it. Oh, smoking weed. So, when you smoke like that, and, you're always kind of a buzz, it's basically like, it's natural Xanax. That's how a lot of people do their thing. And I obviously function just fine. So, and I'm around a lot of weed, and we got vendors bringing stuff in, and we've got all our different strains, and I try a whole bunch of stuff. But then when you have one where you take a couple of hits, and all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm getting a little paranoid. Like, whoa, that one fucking hits. That's how the Glucky was when I first tried it, when we were first trimming it, the first harvest. And the guy, I can't trim because of my elbows, but I do when I handle the store. But I also roll joints and package, the weed. But when the trimmers are trimming, they're doing the whole thing. We get a little nug. Well, sure, I'll take that home. Bam! I took that shit home. Wow! Jesus, I don't know how many weeks. I was telling people, before it actually hit the shelves, I was telling people about it for 3 weeks. at least. And I had people coming. So is that Glookie coming? Like, nah, it's not. We had a thing with our labels got fucked up. They sent the wrong bags because we're changing from those plastic things to bags. All this shit was messed up. So I'm like, no, we're gonna have it. I swear, we're gonna have it, dude. And when it finally hit, that shit sold out quick, and not just because of me, but everybody else. The couple of people that were in the store a lot less than me, but were there. They knew it too because they had tried their own. Wow, yeah, this stuff. Ooh, this. You want the stuff that hits? This one here, shit's gone. But it's also, now that we've moved to that strain, we got a whole bunch more, and it's like the strongest strain now. You keep doing that with those clones, and you do the thing, and then they get, they're, oh, that's good, and then they get boom, 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 and you should have, next thing you know, you should have a few that are just like wham, 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 and then it'll start to fade if you don't do certain things right. The shit's gonna get, oh man, the next round is gonna be, it's even better. I mean, talking about where you don't even need, they were so beautiful and so gorgeous coming off. When the trimmers, while they're trimming, I'm standing there and I did a few. I'm like, wait, you don't even, I can trim some of this. I don't even need to use the tree. You can basically just do a little this on the nugs and just rub those leaves right off. And it's like, whoa, look at that nug. Just rub the few leaves that are popping out of those. You just rub them off. Not like it because it was dry. It was just perfect. And then fucking, oh, now take it home and, whoa, shit, yeah, it is perfect. Dude, fucking nut. I should get Salesman of the Year. You know what? Let's celebrate. This is Blueberry Muffin, though. But I rolled it. Of course you did. No, I didn't roll this one. This isn't me. Oh, this is one of my days off, and I'd already gotten... See, I make the twisties. Everybody else makes they do the little flat thing. I don't care for that. That's just me, because it seems to take longer to burn off that first paper hit. Well, Cannabis Lesson 707 on Earth 663.721.45. Can't do it, Captain. Anyway, I still haven't got my synchronicity watch. Let's see. You do your spin. Trying to, you don't get it on fire. Like Bobby Kelly, cigar guy, comedian. They did a, I don't know, was it with Ari Shaffir? He had a little thing where he showed how to do a cigar. I'm like, yeah, that's how you do a joint. Don't let the flame actually touch. And you just spin it around. And you can see, and you burn off that paper. Some people don't do it that way. They try to do it like a cigarette, which is not quite right. And you spin slowly. Yeah. See, it takes longer to burn off that paper. If you did the twisty, most of the paper would already be gone. See, that's why I do the twisty. That's why I don't pack all that paper in between right there. That's why. See? Anyway, either way works. You're still burning basically the same butane. You just got to make sure if you do get a pre-roll from somewhere, just make sure you twist, do a little rubbing it out first. Get some air in there, make sure, so it don't canoe. But don't squeeze it so then you make it canoe. Anyway, back to the chat when there's nobody here. We're all the way back to 10:05. The other half is Susan Atkins' porn isn't Jim. Susan doesn't do it for me. All right. What are you talking about? There are a few pics where her head is turned just right. She looks good, but the rest, she looks like a skanky, dirty. Oh, you must be talking about Pam. Watson's talking about Pam. Must be. Because, yeah, this is an hour ago. Sorry. Hour and a half. Jesus. God damn you, babbling cunt. All right, see. All right, Jesus. Lady, not warrior princess. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I gotta jump. Oh, Russell, ciao. Man, I don't know. I gotta get out of the chat. I gotta finish what I was doing, motherfucker. If I get the screen right, yeah, everything's cool. I think, right? Oh, so gotta tell. Car, truck. Oh, but this first story. First car, truck story. Mechanic. Pfft, this mechanic. It's not my mechanic. It's somebody else's mechanic. It's got to do with the car, dude. Car's fucking up. Take it to the mechanic. Oh, transmission. It's probably not going to last long. It's an older car. Here, you want to buy this truck? This is newer, whatever, but keep driving the car until it goes, but it should be fine for a while. Sure, check engine lights on. Yeah, but that's okay. But just drive till the training goes, blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, before that, I went to get the oil changed, and they said to me, at a Jiffy Lube type place, they said, dude, you got to, this is all rusted out. You can have that fixed. If I open this right now, I could break it, and then you're going to be stuck here. So have your mechanic fix that first, or whatever. So that was just a few months ago. Changed the oil pan. And also apparently changed the oil, right? I don't know. So now I'm not driving that car for a bit. I'm driving a different car because of this is getting ready, whatever, blah, all this thing about tags, whatever. But then I go to drive the car again. It's just the transmission that's supposedly messed up. And it's been to the mechanic 3 times in the last 2 months. But it's okay. It's just a tranny maybe. I start driving. All of a sudden the brake light comes on. Brake light. What the fuck? I get home. I check the brake fluid. Bone fucking dry. What the fuck? I don't see any puddles in my driveway where the car's been parked. What the fuck's going on? Why would that be bone dry? Literally bone fucking dry. Anyway, I fill it up. Everything's cool. A few days later, I'm driving home from work last Friday. What the fuck? Gotta pull over. Get towed home. Same mechanic comes over to check the car because there's too many cars in his place, so we didn't have it towed there. Just had it towed home, sitting right here. Maybe he could fix it. Whatever. I look up the other morning. Oh, he's here. He's out there. Oh, he's in my driveway. I didn't even hear him pull up. I go out there. Oh yeah, the oil's bone dry. Oil's bone dry. There's no oil in it? No. Wait. So what is it? Spitting it in? There's no, it's always parked over there, right there. There's no oil drip spots anywhere, along with the brake fluid. There's no fluids anywhere in my driveway, any drips, any fucking thing to say that anything's been spewing out of my shit, out of this car. So what is it, spewing into the engine? No, it's not going anywhere. Where's it come from? I don't know. Wait, let's look at this. This has been in your shop. You see, you replaced the oil pan 4 months ago. And the oil, and then changed the oil. The oil light never came on. Just, by the way, I keep forgetting to tell that part of the story. The oil light never even came on. The check engine light was on, but I was told that, well, it's just going to be on. It's 2010. And then, anyway, let's see. So it's been in your shop. See, you changed the oil pan 4-5 months ago, something like that, and changed the oil. And then in the last 2 months, it's been in your shop 3 times. And you just said, oh, it's the transmission. And then I start driving it again, and there's no fucking brake fluid. And then all of a sudden now there's no oil in it. And you don't know how. The guy's, it's Halloween. He's a vampire. All the fluid's going out of the car. The mechanic that Unfucking believable. I'm standing there going, I didn't say I couldn't do it. I didn't want to get into a fight. Are you? I know I'm not. The chat doesn't matter, live, whatever. Seriously, think about that. Okay, this car had been to this mechanic just in the last 5 months. Had been to the mechanic to get the oil pan changed because it was rusted out or whatever, and then he changed the oil. Brake fluid was fine. Blah blah blah. You can't tell me there's no oil. There's no evidence of leakage, and it's not in the engine, and you don't know where it went. Obviously, you didn't fucking put any back in it. And then you're sitting there going, oh. I'm not a mechanic. It doesn't. How all of a sudden the fucking brake fluid just went. What? It's insane. And a truck. And the truck from this same mechanic was bought, I think September 2nd. I was given the pictures of it 31st of August. I still ain't got it. Hilarious. This is why we do mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, all right, now I did that, and I did the NTB, the video. I couldn't, but I did, sort of, kind of. Oh, the pics. Oh, I didn't do the pics. I'm going to have to push that again. I keep pushing the fucking Mushy movie pics. And I finally turned them all into fucking PDF so I could pull them up. But I'm going to end it here with the LA Gun the story, the synchronicity that I realized the other day. Just turning on the YouTube music thing and, hitting my. I love the YouTube music when you buy pay that $8 or whatever the fuck it is, no commercials. Holy shit! And you have a certain thing that you've got, the playlist that they make for you. Oh, it's so great. It's getting a little old now, but I always try to get some new stuff in there. But I'm listening to the LA Gun stuff, and then I jumped to a podcast and looking through my recommends through stuff, and there was a thing with Steve Riley from LA Guns, the drummer from LA Guns, not the original drummer, who is connected to Guns N' Roses, as well as LA Guns is, but their original drummer, Nicky, from the first album, but Steve Riley from Wasp joined the band right after they recorded that first album and went on tour with them and stuff. And then he became sort of co-owner of the name with Tracy Guns through the years, whatever, Steve Riley. Well, LA Guns back in the day, in this house, not in this house, no. Well, I didn't know them until the next house, I think, or whatever, right? Their first album, LA Guns, because Cocked and Loaded was 89. And the LA Guns album before that was 88 or 87. I don't remember. I think I was in the other house by then. Anyway, they were like one of my favorite bands. Kelly Nichols, the bass player from LA Guns, who was originally in Faster Pussycat, motorcycle accident, busted his leg in 7 places. Faster Pussycat's ready to fucking go, but now they can't wait for him to recover for 10 months or whatever, so they had to replace him. It went okay, whatever. But then when he recovered, he joined LA Guns. I'm an LA Guns fan, Guns N' Roses fan. Duff McKagan, Kelly Nichols, the 2 bass players, they inspire me to get my bass. My first bass. Become a bass fiddler. I wouldn't call myself a bass player. Bass fiddler. I don't know enough songs. I've known certain, get into certain things, and we get to know these, and we play these over and over, but I don't know a lot of stuff. I don't constantly play. I'm not a bass player. I'm a bass fiddler. When I learn a song, I'll play it pretty well when I learn it, but I don't keep learning stuff. I only know a handful, and I can't remember fucking most of the ones that I have learned. Anyway, the fiddler, the Kelly Nichols was one of my inspirations to be a fiddler, at least a bit of a fiddler. To be a fiddler is enough, gotta be to know a little about a lot. Better than knowing a lot about a little. So, and I always thought it was really cool, the name Kelly for a dude. I always thought it was cool, especially starting from Bad News Bears, Kelly Leak, the lead, the fucking dude that did it all, rode the dirt bike, smoked cigarettes, hit the home runs. So it was already Kelly for a dude's name was already cool. And then there's Kelly Nichols, bass player, Duff McKee, and cool shit. I don't realize this, and then I kind of do at certain points, but it was smaller then. Through the years, Kelly Nichols ends up with a lady with the last name Cunningham, who was with the actor named Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother. They have a daughter who's named Emma Roberts. Obviously, Roberts is my last name. For the story. So then, so Kelly Nichols has been with Emma Roberts' mom for a long time. Almost 30 years, I think it is. Longer than my daughter's been alive. And then, and LA Guns got back together, that lineup of Steve Riley, Kelly Nichols on drums and bass, Tracy Guns, Mick Cripps on the other guitar, and then, and Phil Lewis. They got back together in the late 90s, because they were part of that. Oh, they died for a bit because of grunge. And then they reunited for a bit. And then all these different changes with LA Guns, and then also like Faster Pussycat and all this stuff where, oh, this is my version of LA Guns and Great White and all that, all those fucking things. And LA Guns did all these different things. And Tracy Guns left to play with fucking Nikki Sixx when he left Motley Crue to do Brides of Destruction, I think it was. And with the dude that went on to Guns N' Roses, guitar player, shit, I can't fucking say his name, but I can see his face and I can see all his tattoos and his fucking stupid hat. Anyway, all those different incarnations. 22 years ago, Kelly just left all of that. And so Steve Riley had this, and it was Steve Riley and Phil Lewis, and then Tracy Guns was gone for a while, and they had Stacey Blades and fucking Brent Muscat from Faster Pussycat, another back to the Kelly Nichols, all that's different things. And then got to a point where a few years ago, then there's Steve Riley's version and Tracy Guns' version. And now Steve Riley has a version. It's Riley's LA Guns. Riley is my daughter's name. Middle name, but that's the name she goes by. So now there's a Riley's LA Guns. And Kelly Nichols finally came out of the woodwork a few years ago, after 20 years, to go ahead and play with the Riley version. And Kelly is Nichols, the inspiration for my bass playing, and my daughter and I both played the whiskey together. Kelly is the stepdad without marriage to Emma Roberts, Riley Roberts. It's fucking funny. Synchronicity. If it wasn't for Mushy, I would probably not realize what the fuck I'm talking about. I would never realize that synchronicity would never set in if it wasn't for the mushroom. I don't think. And it's right there in front of your face, just like everything else is in front of our faces when it comes to the Mushy. But I'm not doing that now because it's been 2 hours, 40. Oh, shit. I got to do the full. Now, I like to do my 30 thing. It's got to be in 30s. Now I got to find a way to kill 11 minutes. Should I piss again? No, it's 12:10. Oh, well, I do have a whole tea to go. Let's see. Oh, wait. How can I kill it? How can I kill that? Oh, some people have never seen this. So we will try, and I'll try to think as I'm doing this. I'm not going to play the song again. Oh, wait, that's not what I'm doing. Right? playing something shorter, like my penis. Am I sharing the whole screen? I hope not. Washington Red Commanders fan, and Beckham is a Cowboys fan. Fuck you, Beckham.
I give money to Jerry Jones. That's true
You
story.
stupid fucking cunt. Beckham says he wasn't taught the Manson case as a government investigator, proving he's just as full of shit as Vincent Bugliosi. He just didn't want to read it because it made him sweat.
That's good. That's good.
When Beckham finally started reading about the Manson story, it made him horny because he thought all the LSD references stood for "let's suck dick." That was a killer joke. How good is my microphone? Can you hear it? Speaking of LSD, who else can vouch? Well, mushrooms or mushy it's difficult as well, but I'm sure some of you guys can vouch that when you're tripping on fucking acid and you gotta pee, doesn't matter. Well, I guess especially if you've had some alcoholic drinks. Oh my God, it takes so long for it to start. You're like, oh man, you're like a countdown going, what the fuck? Is this ever gonna happen? It's kind of like those caffeine, those trips and those long drives that I used to take when I drank a lot of soda. And oh man, when I finally would make it to a rest stop, there was one time where I think I talked about it before. I think was it 146 or 147? It took almost 2 minutes to start peeing finally when I stood there. Oh, it's gonna start. And then it had that tickle, that weird tickle, like, oh God, gee. And then when I finally started peeing, I think it was minute 46 or minute 47. It happened a couple times and I realized, oh man, I gotta time this. This is crazy. And finally I did. Wow. Anyway, what? That had absolutely nothing to do with the Beckham thing that you just played. Oh, the roast? Oh, LSD. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You're a terrible producer. It's you? See, you're always looking in the mirror. Have I killed some of those minutes so I can get to the full 3 hours? I'd like to have it at a clean, what do I have to get rid of, by the way? From studio. Right. Wanted to make sure I didn't delete the wrong thing, because if I'm gonna screw something up, I'd rather screw it up now than at the what is it? In the next 7 minutes, at the end of the 7 minutes, because I want to get it clean. I just like that. It's an OCD thing. How can I kill this? How can I kill? She was SSRIs. I don't know what that means. Oh, the Mushy movie pics. Oh, I can show one. I got minutes to. A few minutes. I pull one. Talk about with the Mushy. Oh, where is it? This here. Here's the slides. Your computer. Right. Where is it? Come on, man. I named it. Oh, there we go. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Here's one of my favorites from Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka. I fucking love that so much. Don't you? Isn't that perfect? This is happening while he's singing the Imagination song. Right before they learn what the Oompa Loompas are. Right after they went into this building in this whole squirrely, funky thing, kind of like the come up after you eat mushrooms. And then there's this big celebration, like this old lady going, "Hanga, hanga, hanga, hanga." I fucking love that so much. There's more. Do you want to see more? You should, because I've got 5 more minutes. Oh, no. That's the wrong one. God damn it. I did that. At least I did. I know now. That's the one that's there and over there and on the thing and with that and because of that. Whew. I just didn't want that to happen 4.5 minutes from now, because that's when it really sucks, sisters. All right, slides. Sorry. Oof, that's a disgusting gurgle. Upload file. All right. Which one did I want to show? Oh, this is one of my favorites here. See? Uploading. We're almost there. Come on. We're just killing. We're doing a good job like Neil Rogers would. Almost. Anyway. To kill some fucking time. See this? See that thing that, while he's singing the song and he's doing that, and you got the old lady with the mushroom, the Amanita muscaria, and you got that, right? Well, we've also, I wish I could remember the fucking name of it. I know the name of it. It just not in my silly, twatly fucking brain at the moment. But you can look it up and see for yourself. That's what that is. That's the mushy that it is. It's the, not lion's mane. It's not lion's mane. It's not, not chicken of the woods. It's not blue oysters, obviously, because they're yellow. But that's kind of the thing. And here, is there another one? Is there some more shit? Remove. Add. That's pretty good timing. It could have been better. Fuck. Anyway, present. Let's see, we got another 2.5 minutes. All right, slides. Your computer. Upload. What do we got here in this? I've got that. Oh, this is one of my favorites about, remember when I said about the when it's like I have Smurfs when I'm tripping. It's like they're on my shoulder, and then like leprechauns, and then when I start to turn my head, when I hear them laughing on my shoulder, they're over here. And you never see them, like leprechauns, little people. Anyway, that's one of the best parts of them, showing that in a way that you do not. It's all right fucking there. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, and I thought I had gotten myself more preppered, as I like to call it. And anyway, they are wonderful little beings, aren't they? Don't I say so. Kind of like, that's kind of what they sound like, actually. If you're really paying attention, that's an Oompa Loompa. When I think about Lisa, oh my God, Lisa is my Oompa fucking Loompa, and I'm Willy fucking Wonka. Oh my God. It was cool how I just threw it. I was like, oh, wait, that's right. I wanted to do this. And boom, I did it a lot quicker than I did the other things because there was things to show and all that stuff. And then, And wow, that went quicker than normally, you know, because I had 5 things on my notes. The other 2 took 2 hours and 50 minutes. That one took, Jesus, I should do it that way, right? Is that what we're talking about? Anyway, watch the Corbett Report, Jimmy Dore Show, Russell Brand, Kim Iverson, Jackson Hinkle, but look for yourself. I'm just a fun babbling lecturer. Dabbler. Anyway, remember, Raul Neo, AK1. Sorry, ran long. End of bump comedian David Tell again. Thanks, Gary. Daddy loves you. Messing with my peebles. Adrian Zmed is God.